this week's a little, let's just wanting of big giant games, mainly because Florida State's awful, and so the Florida State Clemson game, which was supposed to be a big deal, just isn't. But this is obviously big because both teams are undefeated in the SEC. So we talked about Alabama, Georgia before. Well, this is one of those games where the winner of this is still in it. It's still alive, especially Texas A&M. And so if you look at Texas A&M's schedule, they miss everybody. And that's kind of the thing about the expansion where, on the one side, everyone's like, oh, no, look at this conference now. They just got Texas and Oklahoma. And, wow, the Big Ten just got USC and Oregon and Washington. Well, one has to miss those teams, too, because if you have these giant conferences and you only play in 8 or 9 games, you can't play everyone. And Texas A&M doesn't play anyone until the very end when they host Texas. So they've got a very favorable schedule. So if Texas A&M gets by this, they might be favored in every game up until the Texas game. And to your point about Eli Drinkwitz, he's done a great job. You can't argue with the results of the last couple of weeks, a couple of years, I should say. But the problem is, where's their big win? They had 2 giant tests last year. They didn't beat Jaden Daniels and LSU, and they lost to Georgia in the bowl game, fine, whatever. Ohio State was down to its like 9th string quarterback. But this is one of those games where, let's see on Mizzou. They kind of struggled with Boston College. They were okay at home. This is their first road game of the year. I kind of think Texas A&M pulls this off.
I'm Brian Weber in for Jim Rome, taking you across the nation with Pete Futak. Check out his great work at collegefootballnews.com. So Ohio State's loaded, and I'm not that particularly interested in their game against Iowa, nor am I going to spend much time on Oregon and Michigan State tonight. So we can look forward. We don't have to take it one game at a time. How about that colossal showdown between the Buckeyes and the Ducks next week?
Well, let's take this back for a second, because this is the one time where Ohio State might be throwing a curveball, because they're better than everyone else. They're the number one team. They should be the number one team in the country. It's Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia are in like their own world. There's about 50 feet, and then there's Texas, and then there's pretty much everyone else. I'm not buying Oregon. That's another team where last year, who'd you beat? I mean, they haven't really had the big giant, a lot of good ones, but they had 2 tests last year. Washington, and failed them both. Next week's obviously going to be the big one for both of them, but Ohio's just better. I mean, we're killing time here before it's Ohio State, Georgia, Alabama for the national championship unless something quirky happens. They are just so loaded in every spot, including the coaching staff. But if Iowa goes Iowa, and it slows the game down to a crawl, it holds to field goals instead of touchdowns, it comes up with a quirky special teams play. I mean, this is the one team that can kind of throw a little wrench into the Ohio State system a little bit to make it a little bit more fun. I do think Oregon ends up rolling Michigan State tonight, but remember, Michigan State head coach Jonathan was the former Oregon State head coach. He knows Oregon. He knows the terrain. He knows how this place works, and been pretty good. The Beavers are pretty good against the Ducks over the last 2 years under Jonathan Smith. So I'm not exactly just giving this away, but Michigan State, Aiden Childs, very good, but they're going to turn it over like 3 times and lose this thing tonight.
Because we've been friends for a long time, I do appreciate you dragging me back into the Pac-12 grief that I've been trying to process. So I will take the bait. Cal versus Miami in a traditional ACC matchup. Great to see game day going to Berkeley. Marshawn and the crew should be wildly entertaining in the San Francisco Bay Area. Was Miami exposed at all in terms of that insane game last week? I still don't know what the proper call was at the business end of that game against Virginia Tech.
Yeah, several parts to this. First of all, yeah, Cal and Miami's played a couple times before. I mean, more than you think. And in terms of game day, just wait till you see what's coming. You think this is funky? Wait till you see when like Rutgers is like 7-0 and Indiana's like 9-0.
Well, what's the list? They haven't been to Rutgers. They haven't been to Illinois. You're Captain Big Ten. We're running out of unique spots.
Exactly. So they're going to go to some funky places pretty soon. And watch out. Again, Army and Navy are going to kind of keep winning too. So, but that's it. But yeah, I haven't bought into Miami. If you kind of got my theme here, it's like, who'd you beat? And everyone gushed because they watched them destroy a bad Florida team. And Miami's just been, they've been okay. Cam Ward is very, very, very good, but he also has a little of the bad along with the good. They should have lost to Virginia Tech. Okay, they didn't. But kind of like I mentioned with Texas A&M before, this is another team that doesn't play anybody because the ACC is a tad lacking. and they don't get Clemson this year. So Miami's going to be one of those teams that's like Texas A&M is going to keep up the big record, and then they're going to get exposed in the college football playoff. But Cal's pretty good. They're rested. This is a strong team. They got a decent defense. They got a good enough team from top to bottom. I've always thought this team is just on the cusp of being pretty good under Justin Wilcox. So I would not be shocked at all if Cal pulls this off.
Pete, as always, we value the information. My goal is to be as precise and accurate as possible. Let's clarify. Is it pronounced Guy Fieri or Guy Fieri?
Oh, I don't think there's a T in there.
My friend, you got to go to Italy. You got to tap into your roots across the pond.
Fieri, I think it is. But anyway, his kid's now at San Diego State, so finally they get a sports bar on that campus. So so hopefully he has something to do with that there.
And what conference is San Diego State joining?
Oh, well, they're joining your Pac-12.
Not mine anymore, pal.
I'm going to leave you and your former people with a fun stat here. Do you know that both Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert, I think Jalen Hurts, and Joe Burrow, they're all going to make more money this year than the entire Mountain West combined off of media rights deals. We're not talking about a lot of money here. We're talking about like a couple million per team. So these schools that leave, we're talking about couch cushion money compared to the rest of the college football world.
Sadly, they can't afford me. Probably have to lower my rates. Pete, always great to connect. Enjoy another big college football Saturday. There is a T in that word. Thank you, Pete.
Later, Mark.
I have heard Guy Fieri, in fact, working at foxsports.com when we would have the satellite tours and I'd be waiting. I'm talking head number 17. I remember somebody getting in my ear and saying, just so you know, he pronounced it Fieri. Not that that's relevant for life in any way, but I hope you make it to Flavortown this weekend. That was so good, we're going to make it our huge video call brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts. 1 in 4 car batteries this week and needs to be replaced. And winter is just around the corner, so let the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts test your battery for free. They can recommend the right Superstart battery for your vehicle. Learn more at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Well, we have navigated another program. Not too much damage done. Jumped over the hole in the wall observation. Doing my best to skillfully remain on the balance beam in our remaining segments. This was a blast. Always an honor to keep the chair warm for Jim, especially now in the new Fast Channel environment. Want to thank our guests, the great Pete Futak and Josh Alper, ProFootballTalk.com. The XR4 Ti, Alex Hardy, Ponytail Guy, to you, the public. Alvin, Lorne, excellent work. Dancing to his own music, my friend. Jim and Craig Kitchen, as always, I appreciate it. Have a great weekend. Jim's back on Monday.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 7-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting free radio offer. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse, the award-winning and revolutionary online learning program that's changing the lives of early learners everywhere.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
Designed by teachers and early childhood learning experts, ABC Mouse seamlessly aligns with what your child is already learning in school. And with over 7,000 learning activities and more than 650 lessons, it's the most comprehensive early learning site on earth.
I have been teaching for 13 years, and I've never seen a program like ABC Mouse. It encompasses science, math, reading, social studies.
It's just endless what they can learn on ABC Mouse. I've always had to use 20 websites, and now I can just use one.
Right now, we're offering a special radio promo to try it free for a month. But you have to go to abcmouse.com/radio to claim your free month. That's abcmouse.com/radio, abcmouse.com/radio.
Sponsored by Age of...
It's bow time. It's not just football season. It's tailgate season. And that includes every kind of football, whether it's got goalkeepers or goalposts. The kick is good! Because it doesn't matter where or how you tailgate. When you've got crispy chicken and fluffy buttermilk biscuits from Bojangles, your tailgate is better than great. It's legendary. Head to Bojangles and order your tailgate box with boldly seasoned chicken, fixins, biscuits, and legendary iced tea today. It's bow time.
Mumfest returns to historic downtown New Bern this weekend. Join Riverside Automotive Group and Bojangles for 2 days of Mumfest family fun featuring Protown BMX, carnival rides, acrobats, dog shows, amazing craft vendors, live music, and tasty festival food. Bring your friends and join us for this amazing fall celebration this Saturday and Sunday in historic downtown New Bern. Hey, Mumfest fans, it's fun time.
Where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? It's DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is a combination of 4 dealerships in Eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of over 200 SUVs, trucks, and cars. If you're looking to upgrade your vehicle or purchase for a new driver in the house, get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 47 years.
This is Trey Hayes with Advanced Moving and Storage. Advanced Moving and Storage is here to help you have the best move ever. Advanced Moving and Storage is dedicated to making sure you get everything you need on your next move, no matter how large or small, whether you're local, in-state, or out-of-state. Our courteous and experienced personnel is ready to help. Call Advanced Moving and Storage today at 252-321-3200. If you want to remove stress from your next move, use the moving company the Pirates use. Advanced Moving and Storage.
Did you know that GUC's utility rates are not only low in the region, but also the state? That's right. When you combine the average electric, water, wastewater, and natural gas into one bill, only people in 2 of the 15 largest cities pay less than GUC customers. Only 2. Low rates and high reliability. Working in the best interest of the community rather than shareholders. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
This is Holton Ahlers for my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to AnsonBelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30 plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. AnsonBelt.com, over 10,000 combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holton Ahlers Show.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier restaurant and bourbon authority. Jefferson's, Basil Hayden, Woodford Reserve, and a Midwinter Night's Dram are just a few of the incredible bourbon options. The Rick House features the very best steaks and fresh, made-from-scratch pastas. The Rick House can host your corporate event or special parties in the 3,000-square-foot banquet hall. Join the Rick House for Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for the wine tastings on the last Friday of every month. The Rick House.
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 at 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
How's everybody doing?
My God! Don't give me that Homer. You know, no. Hey! I heard you say that, and I would have to agree with you, to be honest.
Wait, what? You agree with me?
I agree.
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Flip that, Shirley.
Claude Lemieux, he is the brother of this famous hockey player.
Pepe Le Pew.
Tony Dunn, you will not be making the Pirate Radio Live Open at this time.
It was just such a fresh of breath air.
Well said, John.
I can't even feel my head up. Somebody got a big old head that wears these things.
That would be me. Jamie, I have a gourd, son. I sit there every day.
That's a tater right there.
It's a damn tater.
That's all. I love y'all, man.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a football Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Rock here inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. And you can come hang out with us on Facebook Live and YouTube. How you feeling about the Pirates? How you feeling about your NFL team? Do you have an upset pick in college football? Do you have a player who is going to go off on Sunday? Anything you want to talk about in the sports world, including what happened last night. Boy, that was disgusting. I was so ready to troll every Mets fan. And I'm watching football, and I click on my score app expecting to see Brewers 2, Mets 0 final. And instead, Pete Alonso hits a home run, and the Mets win it over the Milwaukee Brewers 4-2, the final score. I talked to our old friend Corey Glore via text on Wednesday night. And Shirley, in true Corey Glore fashion, I said, hey, glad the Brewers gave me some joy this evening because the Braves were about to lose. Corey said, kill me for having to endure this another day. Hello. Goodbye. Turns out Corey was kind of on the right track there because he did have to endure the Brewers one more day, and they blew it. And the Mets move on to the divisional round. Saturday, it will be Mets-Phillies at 4:08. Before that, it's Tigers-Guardians at 1 o'clock, 6:30 Royals-Yanks, 8:30 Padres-Dodgers. And that might be the last time you hear me talk about baseball because it's on to a Football Friday. Coming up on today's show, we will talk NFL with Tony Dunn in hour 2. We'll make all our picks. Jarrett Watkins moving up the standings. He is no longer in last. I've extended my lead on second place, and we've got a lot of picks to make. Good 1 o'clock slate. One of the worst 4 o'clock slates I've ever seen, I've ever laid eyes on. It is hideous. So if you're making Sunday plans, tell your wife, significant other, friend, whatever, hey, let's plan something late afternoon Sunday. I'm going to be tied up from 1 to 4:25. But after that, whatever, because the games at the 4 o'clock hour stink. We will get to that in hour number 2 with Tony Dunn. We will talk to Morgan Ahlers coming up at 5 o'clock. He'll give his thoughts on Mike Houston versus the Biffer. And coming up in just a little bit, Brian North, WCTI 12, will join us on the Big Rock Power Sports Live Line. We'll welcome into the show Shirley Rhodes. Hello, Shirley.
Hello, Clip.
Maverick Goose, 24. Is there another Top Gun in the works?
Yes, the third installment of the Top Gun series has been green-lighted.
Top Gun, Maverick 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Well, something like that. I mean, Iceman is gone in the canon of...
I heard Goose is coming back to life in this one as a zombie pilot.
Well, I'm just thinking who's left. Wolfman.
I don't know any of these names. I don't remember who these people are.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's either going to be Hollywood or Wolfman.
All right.
No, Hollywood was
Hulk Hogan?
No, I can see he was the deputy on Walker, Texas Ranger too.
Okay.
But that actor has passed away, so they would have to recast Hollywood, I think. But so I'm interested to see what the third installment would be, like how they connect it with the other two. So
speaking of movies, Jared Watkins is here. This sucks because I was excited to see this movie, and boy, I've read some bad reviews. And Jared, you saw the new Joker movie?
Yeah.
How'd you feel about it?
It was one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
A horrendous piece of crap.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing from just about everybody.
Yeah.
Now, and I'll make that decision on my own because sometimes, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right? But I don't know. what I've read, what you told me today, my hopes for the movie have dropped a lot.
It wasn't like I wanted to get up and walk out of the theater because it was like no way it could be. It could get any worse, and then it just continued to get worse, and the musical aspect of it really took me out.
Spoiler alert.
What?
The musical aspect of it.
Oh, I mean, it's been promoted as a musical.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, they tried to hide it. Like, at first, it was like, it's going to be a musical, and everybody's like, I don't want to see that. And then they're like, never mind, it's not going to be a musical. But there was like 25 just Joaquin Phoenix breaking out into song where it doesn't belong.
Yeah. And for that reason, I'm out.
Yeah. And for that reason, everybody was talking about how the Joker character that Joaquin Phoenix, put out was, this I don't know, groundbreaking performance. And
I know what you're about to say. Relax, Shirley.
What?
You're doing kind of a straw man here. You're going to say Heath Ledger's the best Joker, and that's fine.
No, I wasn't going to say that.
Oh, no. You're going to say Jack Nicholson's the best Joker.
I personally, because of the fact that I grew up on the Batman comics, to me, Jack Nicholson was the closest representation of the Joker
from the comics.
Now, now I'm not saying that Heath Ledger's performance wasn't.
Heath Ledger.
It was legendary.
In the movies.
I mean, it was a great character, and what he did with that character was just phenomenal.
Yeah.
But if you take the three, it's just very, very different interpretations of the Joker persona.
And then there's the one that Jared Leto did that nobody talks about.
Yeah.
Leto, whatever
a reason they don't talk about
I love Jared Leto, but he did a job with that one.
That was just weird.
Yeah.
All right. Chat gang, what's up? Jerry says hello. I can't listen right now. I have to watch some boring Excel videos. He says, smash the like, happy Friday, OMG, oh my grimace, go Mets. Austin said, how about them Dirty Birds? What a game last night. Talk about that in a moment. Jamie says, hey now, baba booey, fa fa foo fa.
Hey now.
John Moody said that intro got a good laugh from my daughter, who is taking the Pirates with a score of 9-6 tomorrow. John's daughter likes the under, likes this Pirate defense. I might tailor on that. Adam says Panthers 28, Bears 24, Pirates 45, 49ers 13. My word. That would be fun. Do we have the ability to blow somebody out? Do we have the ability to have an easy game?
We have the ability. We have the talent. But do we have it all together? Is the question.
I don't know, man. Charlotte's bad, but
yeah,
32 points.
HFMF says Kaz. What's up, Kaz? He says Clarence Gilliard.
Yep.
Oh, is
Clarence
that the
Gilliard,
old, from the TV or whatever?
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. Yes,
I've got that. I can see it in my brain. What he looked like anyway. Jamie says, "Is the Joker singing "Walk the Line" and "Ring of Fire"?" That was a good movie. Was it called "Walk the Line"?
Oh
yeah, "Walk the Line." Yeah.
I didn't know what he was talking about.
You didn't get the reference.
Yeah.
That was a good flick. Got me into Johnny Cash. This segment's called Text from My Wife. Got one about an hour ago. Shared a Facebook memory. 15 years ago, my wife posted, about to watch the Redskins at FedEx Field. Boy, how exciting. We saw Washington and Tampa. It was a boring game. We left early because I hated my seats. I'll give my wife credit. She was trying to make it a good day, so I appreciate that. But, I hated our seats. I don't know. I wasn't in a great mood. And then we left, and as we were leaving, Josh Johnson started. No. Josh Johnson started for the Bucks. So we had, was it Jason Campbell?
I think he was.
What year is it? 2024. That had been 09. Campbell to Santana. I know Santana Moss caught a bomb for a touchdown. I'll have to look up who the quarterback was. Redskins, Bucks, 09er. It was a 16-13 game. Jason Campbell to Santana Moss, 59 yards as we were walking out of the stadium. But Washington won on that day to get to 2-2 on the year. She also just sent me and said, "Is everything all right at WITN?" I guess is this Instagram, but WITN, I guess, posted something, a picture, and it says, "Check out this really cool headline about this really cool story." And then it's like, it says full details in the link or something. I guess did somebody forget to type a headline on it?
No, I think that may be a hack.
Fake? Or they got hacked? Because it says WITN News.
Yeah, I believe, because I've seen posts like that, and usually they are scamming posts or phishing posts.
Check out this really cool headline about this really cool story.
Yeah, I think they may have been hacked.
We need to start promoting our show like that. Check out this sports show about sports.
It's really cool.
It is cool. Hey, sports are great.
Oh,
sports are the best.
Sports
I love sports.
Sports are great.
Man, do I love sports.
Man, do I love sports.
Speaking of which, need your survivor pick.
Seattle.
Okay. I will text that.
I have none.
Shirley, you are, appreciate you participating.
For all of what, 24 hours before I got booted out?
Well, you went a little cray on your pick, I think.
No, I didn't. I didn't feel that I did.
You picked an underdog in a pool that all you need to do is win.
Yeah, well, I didn't think they were going to be an underdog. I thought that they had been playing well. And then Taysom Hill gets hurt, and then we make a bonehead play, and then just...
No, the problem is you got cooed because that happened last night as well.
That's
I'm
Derek
telling
Carr
you,
football, baby.
that dude drops bombs.
Yeah.
At the end of games. It happened again last night to send him into overtime. Kirk Cousins went insane. I picked him up yesterday, slid him into the lineup, and hopefully I'll win a fantasy week this week.
What, did he get you over 40?
Kirk Cousins last night, I think that interception put him under 40. He had 38.97.
509 yards. That's got to be like a 50-point game.
Projected 15. Do we need to adjust our points here in this league? How am I only getting 38.97?
That's why I hate fantasy football. It's like the guy threw for 509 yards and I don't know.
4 touchdowns, too.
I need a full investigation on why he doesn't have more points here. All right, let's see. Zach Lewis, Jarrett takes Seattle.
Yeah.
I'm starting to like that pick more and more because Singletary may not play, and more importantly,
Neighbors is out.
Oh, he's out.
Out.
Okay. Good news for Washington fans. Brian Robinson trending towards playing, but we will have Austin Eckler in the lineup. He is cleared and ready to go, so that is big for Washington, Cleveland. We will talk about that coming up hour 2 with Tony Dunn. One more baseball item. Jamie says, Terry Francona managing Reds after 1-year retirement. Yeah, I want to talk to Mully about that on Tuesday. I know he's a big Tito fan.
Yeah, 3 years with an option for a 4th year if he chooses to.
Good for him. I like Francona.
I mean, I do find it a little bit interesting that it was a year ago yesterday that he announced that he was stepping down as the manager of the Guardians because of health issues. And so he takes a year off, and I guess whatever the Reds were offering him was lucrative enough to come out of retirement.
Yeah, you hang out with the old ball and chain, and all of a sudden you feel better, if you know what I mean. Hey, I feel great. I can get back to work.
The previous caller kind of sent me into a full-blown depression.
Urban Meyer, man, not feeling too great.
Coach Urban Meyers.
Thank you. Yeah, that one. I got to step down. Just need to relax, spend time with the family. What's that, Fox? You'll send me all over America all year long and get me away from the family? I'm in. I feel great. A lot of these guys...
That lasted for a hot minute.
A lot of these guys want to spend time with their family until they spend time with their family.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, family not so fun no more.
Isn't that everybody, though?
Yeah. Family. Yeah. It's like, God, I've been around Jared and Shirley all week. Let me get out of here and get to my family. And then I'm there for a weekend. I'm like, man, I can't wait to see Shirley and Jared again. JK. But it's like a vacation. Even like during the summer or something, like he used to spend the night at your buddy's house or whatever. And if that lasted on into the next day and another night, like eventually we'd fight or something. Like, you just get tired of the person. Which is why I want to talk about, are we as humans meant for only one person? Like, why did we start that trend?
I don't know.
Maybe we should.
So what are you trying to say? That you don't want to be part of that trend?
No.
Okay.
No,
I was just.
I love being part of that trend.
I wanted to clarify.
I'm just curious. Should we maybe get into 5-year wedding contracts, and then you can either get an extension or one of them could get fired?
I think it should. This death do us part. Like that
is a big commitment.
I would say if you're going to do the contract, make sure that there's a buyout clause in there.
I think, what is that, a pre-dump?
Yeah. No, because a buyout clause would be if you want to terminate the contract prior to the contract ending. Contract extension, of course, both parties would have to agree on that.
Yep.
And then, of course, if you break said contract, then there's an exit fee.
We're on to something here.
You know, because the way I look at it, now, exit fee's not the same as a buyout, okay? Buyout is if you want to end contract and you amicably want to go your separate ways. That's the buyout. Now, exit fee is if one person violates the terms of the contract is now null and void, but the offending person, has to pay an exit fee to exit said contract. That is different.
There's also trades and realignment, which we call that swinging, I think. Sorry, Ellery. Didn't mean to take it here. Just having fun on a Friday.
Hey, look, sometimes we kind of go off on a tangent.
I think we're kind of on to something here, though, Shirley.
I think so. I think there should be, if you're planning to go into a contract with someone, there should be training camp so we can kind of view what kind of product we're bringing to the table.
Process, yeah.
Yeah. So that's training camp.
Get to a contract year, you got to start being a lot better.
Yeah.
Preseason is when you get engaged.
Yeah, preseason is when you get engaged. You always have to have a practice squad, so you got to have somebody over here.
Whoa. Is that the bachelor party?
Hell no.
No. The practice squad is the practice squad. It's over here, somewhere in the ether. Okay. Nobody sees them. Nobody knows who's there. But if there's an injury, somebody goes down, they're on the PUP list. They have to go on IR for a while, for a couple of weeks. You can sign somebody off your practice squad.
My wife is on the PUP list for 4 weeks.
Get your friend in here, honey.
Yeah, your wife's on the PUP list. You give a call to the practice squad. Hey, we're bringing up so-and-so. You've got a 3-week stint in the big leagues.
All right, now it's starting to sound like human trafficking, so I think we should move on. Oh, man.
No, I don't view it that way.
We don't condone human trafficking.
Yeah, we're just having a little fun with it.
That's interesting though. Mini contracts and extensions, buyout. That's
because
something to think about. Something to think about.
All I'm saying is that if you have somebody that has to go on the IR for a while, you need somebody to fill that position. Season doesn't end. It doesn't stop.
Probably my wife's had me in AA for a while now. I'm still trying to get the call up. Matt said, love the hat clip. I'm on Syracuse money line tonight, though. You know what, Matt? I'm on Syracuse as well.
There you go.
Jamie says, why does my wife always say she's on the IR? Hey now.
Well, this time of year, a lot of people get headaches.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Let's take a break.
It's the weather.
When we return, our never mind. was going to say something about the weather.
Oh, my God.
I'm just saying, if you can control the weather, let me get a little, I'm ready to put a hoodie on. Can I get like 58?
I don't care about the weather. I can't control the weather. Don't want to talk about the weather.
Now, I have a bunch of hoodies. Jared, should I cut one of them? Because I want a short sleeve hoodie.
I didn't cut this. It came like this.
Yeah, I could. I mean, that's sweet.
I love a short sleeve hoodie.
That looks cool.
So you want a hoodie
I want a Belichick hoodie.
I was going to say the hoodie would normally wear?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with
all
that.
right. Well, I mean, whatever you need to do.
When we return, we head north. Brian North will join us just south of here in Craven County. We'll have that and more. Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Oh, by the way, if you came for Chandler, he gone.
He gone.
Had to make the long trek to Charlotte. Yes, I know some people are going up day of the game. Not John.
Does he leave a couple days early because he's walking there? And that's how long it takes for him to get there?
He hitchhikes. So just in case he can't, he like goes from here to Wilson County, gets a ride to Wake.
Or does he borrow a Harp scooter? I mean, motorcycle.
Were you insulting the man's motorcycle?
I didn't say anything.
You did. You said quite a bit.
I stumbled on my words and corrected myself.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. More to go after this.
It's party time. The city of Greenville is celebrating its 250th birthday, and you're invited. Join us on Friday, October 4th from 5 to 8 p.m. at 5 Points Plaza downtown for an evening full of fun for the whole family. Enjoy live music by the Dickens, explore a vibrant vendor market, or hang in the beer garden. And don't forget, attendees have the chance to win $250 each hour. Mark your calendar for the city of Greenville's 250th anniversary celebration on October 4th from 5 to 8 p.m. Come celebrate with us and find yourself in good company.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
IMAX is here with mind-blowing images and earth-shattering sound. Come experience the first IMAX theater in Eastern North Carolina, only at Golden Ticket Cinemas in Greenville. Crystal clear IMAX laser projection and precision sound come together to provide the ultimate movie experience. And as always, Golden Ticket Cinemas has unlimited popcorn and the best selection of concessions around. Book your tickets at gtcinemas.com and come experience the best in cinematic quality. IMAX, only at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. Our technicians stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is here to help with all of your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC needs. Facing electrical issues due to the elements? We're on it. Plumbing concerns or emergencies? We're ready to fix it. HVAC struggling to keep up? We'll bring the climate back under control. So go to callnublue.com today. Go Pirates.
At United Bank, banking means more than financial solutions. It means rallying around the causes that are important to our customers, employees, and communities. While we have grown in size and presence, we have never forgotten our roots. By giving back to our local communities and funding business development, we help fuel economic growth. Our success is your success, because to us, this is home. Go Pirates! Bankwithunited.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Worth Chiropractic and his team are offering a new patient special only at the new location. Come see them at this fantastic facility. A visit to our new location gets you a free consult, complete exam, digital x-rays, and more for only $29. Our amazing new patient $29 deal is only available at the new location, Worth Chiropractic West, 2100 West Arlington Boulevard, offering the same safe, no surgery, drug-free treatment, convenient, comfortable, and cost-effective.
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Pirate Radio, no one can outwork us. We are the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is a family-run dealership that creates a family-like atmosphere for their customers, and they have one of the biggest used car inventories in eastern North Carolina. Shop online today at eastcarolinachrysler.dodge.com. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive. And folks, it is party time. You can join the city of Greenville as they celebrate their 250th birthday, and you are invited. You can join them coming up this afternoon from 5 until 8 p.m. at the 5 Points Plaza. You can enjoy music by the Dickens. They'll have a vendor market and a beer garden and fun for the whole family. Attendees will also have a chance to win $250 each hour, so mark your calendar. Come out this afternoon from 5 until 8 p.m. for the City of Greenville's 250th birthday celebration. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
I'm watching Caden Norman.
I watched that this morning. That was hilarious.
Continue to just descend into madness. What? I'm on that camera. Like, you got to go watch it. He has lost his mind.
Unhinged is, I believe, the term that they've been using.
Very much so. Enter the mind of the disturbing mind of Caden Norman with his picks. He was 4-0 last week, though. So as crazy as he's getting at the moment, we got to tail his picks because he's winning. We will have NFL picks for you hour 2, but right now we head out to the Big Rock Power Sports Live line and talk to Brian North, WCTI 12. He joins us. What's up, North? How you doing?
Doing well. With the sponsorship, I feel like you should be giving Big Rock reports or fishing reports here.
This is a different Big Rock where you can get your ATVs and your personal watercrafts. That would be fun. Side-by-side, motorcycle, boat, Big Rock Power Sports and Marine. 5 locations in eastern North Carolina. Big Rock Power Sports. Choose your adventure. Brian, how's it feel to do a blitz on a Friday night and have football games on a Friday? It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it's like every other week we experience a rain event, it feels like. So opening week we were good, then it rained. Then the third week we were good. And so it's kind of like on every other week we actually have a good Friday night. So expect you can pencil in rain or some kind of storms next week probably the way it's been going.
No doubt. What games are we looking forward to tonight, Brian?
So Week 7 really has a crappy schedule, if you want to be brutally honest with you. There's no real good rivalry games. There's really no good, great matchups that has you salivating. It's these, like, necessary games where you have some teams that may have turned it on mid-season, but we're going to find out tonight. I'll give you a few examples. South Central coming off its first loss. Now they get New Bern, so they're stepping up real heavily in weight class coming off that loss to J.H. Rose. So I don't know if anybody expects South Central to upset New Bern outside of Chris Cherry and the people in his locker room, but it's those kind of games. D.H. Conley, who's beat the teams they're supposed to beat, but lost to the teams they're supposed to lose to. Now they get a Havelock team, who's one of the best in the area. So Do they have anything for them? Washington, 2 straight wins, going to undefeated Farmville. Do they have anything for them? So we kind of got these games where we think we know what's happening, and it's not a real super sexy matchup, but they got to get them in, and they got to play these conference games because now that we're in October, that's all we're seeing is league games.
Brian North joining us. Brian, you kind of described the college football slate just as far as attractive matchups or lack thereof goes, but usually when we get these and we're not looking forward to a Saturday slate is when we get some wacky games. We'll get an upset or two. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. East Carolina on the road at Charlotte, and you got the old Biffer, who took down the Pirates last year. East Carolina trying to make up for that, and pretty hefty favorites in this game on the road. I'm very interested to see the atmosphere here and see this stadium, Brian. And I know it doesn't seat a lot, but I like kind of quaint environments with people interested in the game, and I think we'll see a lot of purple there, and should make for a pretty entertaining, I think, environment on Saturday.
A lot of the ECU alums in the Charlotte area who may not get to see their team a lot or have a much shorter road trip, I think we'll be looking forward to that. I expect a very pro-ECU environment. Now, can ECU just score? That was their issue last year. 7 points in the loss, missed a field goal at the end to tie. Just could not get it out of their own way offensively. So can they put up? If they put up some points in this game, they should win. I don't think Charlotte has enough offensive firepower to keep up with them if they can, get to 30. I would guess would be the easy magic number there. So expecting, I don't know, this kind of feels like a revenge game, but certainly there's an edge to it about what happened last year. Mike Houston and his whole dalliance with almost taking the Charlotte job, or at least interviewing for it.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of little small factors in this, but you just get this feeling this is the game ECU wants to go in and just lay down a big number.
Yeah, which would be nice for a change. It'd be nice to have a game where you don't have to sweat it out in the fourth quarter, and East Carolina had to do that last week, Brian, because, again, I've said it a million times this week, I don't know what the record is for combined possessions in the fourth quarter, but we may have said it on Saturday with the way these teams were going 3 and out, 4 and out, punt, turnover, big play. Like it was just back and forth. No team, and East Carolina was in a position where, and this is what I want to see, Brian, hey, take the ball for 5 minutes and get some first downs and chew some clock. They've just been unable to do that and have had to basically win games with the defense on the field.
So I think we're learning that Jake Garcia is a streaky quarterback. I think we're learning that the offensive coordinator is still learning how to call a game and call plays. And so I think there's still some maturity and some shaking off the rust and some different things here. I know, look, we're halfway through the season. You'd like to see a little more of that consistency and evolution happening. And so I think that's part of it is when can you turn it on and call a game where you can call several plays in a row that will work and grind out the clock. I just don't know if everything has meshed with all the new parts, with the transfers, with the new offensive coordinator. I still think they're trying to figure that out. And this is what we're going to see a lot here in the new portal and NIL age is trying to work out chemistry throughout the whole season and trying to evolve in a positive way. And so I'm just not sure we've seen a lot of that evolution yet with this Pirate offense.
Brian North joining us. North, the defense got the job done week 2 without Savone Revel, and we talked about it. They had a lot more time to prepare for UTSA than they did for Liberty, and, of course, Liberty with an experienced quarterback and their winning ways. A bit of a tougher matchup maybe than UTSA with a new quarterback at the helm there. But how about Blake Harrell's defense rising up once again to the challenge and helping the Pirates win last week?
Creating some turnovers, getting some sacks, the two things that you'd like that we sometimes worry about with this defense. And I thought that was great, especially creating more opportunities with turnovers to help the offense out a little bit. So, look, love what I'm seeing. But, again, keeping them on the field too long, they're going to wear down. You worry about depth. You worry about some of those things. And that, again, we go back to the offense. Can they keep the defense off the field? And when that defense is fresh now, they're fun to watch and fly around. And so I think this week they've got an opportunity to do that some more, but you have to just be careful how many snaps they're playing on the defensive side of the ball.
Brian North joining us on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. Brian, we continue to rank the teams in the state of North Carolina, and we are pretty close to starting to add some FCS teams, maybe take North Carolina off the poll completely. Like we got to get some winning teams in here. And right now, all we have is Duke holding the banner, holding the state banner right now, undefeated. But North Carolina looks like they're going to get that bounce back win that I talked about last week on the show. They are cruising along, and Duke rallies back, beats North Carolina. They are in a tailspin, and again, just a rough week for teams in the state. When you look at North Carolina, App State didn't play, of course, because of the awful events in the mountains with the weather and Helene. So we're looking for a winner, and right now we're having to look to Durham for that winner. It's crazy.
Yeah, Duke for now, and then your poll's really going to get messed up when Wake Forest goes into NC State and wins. They tend to do all the time. So no, it's been tough to find anybody who wants to be the best team in the state this year outside of Duke, and I think everybody kind of still looks at them, waiting for them to having to play some better teams. But great win for them to come back and rally against North Carolina last week, and so yeah, the wine and cheese crowd, they're all beside themselves. The way the season started and the way things are looking now, it's they can't wait. Today's been media day for the basketball team.
Yeah.
Waiting for that round ball to come back out again, I guess, this season.
Brian, I know most of the time with your sports, you start local and work your way out. Do you keep up with what's going on nationally in college football? Did you watch Alabama, Georgia? Are you looking at polls? Are you who's going to be there at the end? That was a phenomenal game. Great comeback by Georgia. Bama wins it. But do you kind of keep up week to week with all that?
I try to. So one of my favorite things to do is get up Sunday morning and watch college game day final so I can catch up on some of those things. And I love their fantastic finishes that they always show with the more obscure teams. But you get caught up on the top 25 teams. And so, yeah, and then I've got some coworkers who are really big Georgia fans. So I've had to, endure bulldogness here. So I learned some of that. But no, I keep up from a fan perspective. I know just enough about what's happening nationally to keep involved.
Well, Brian, speaking of somewhat local, went into a store the other day wearing my Commander's hat, and guy said, "Hey, go Skins." I said, "Yeah." He said he was from Northern Virginia, and he said, "Where are you from?" I said, "Right here." But he was younger than me, and I did the whole, I was pre-Panthers and never jumped on board with the Panthers. I am starting to see Washington fans come out of the woodwork now, Brian. So you in Eastern North Carolina, Cy Seymour holding the banner for Skins fans in Craven County. But you starting to see more Washington fans come out now? Like, hey, when did you become a Washington fan? It's almost like it's safe to bring our clothes out of the closet with the way Jaden Daniels is playing right now.
Well, I think when Daniel Snyder was forced to sell the team, I think that's when it started. And then they're sitting there and they just, all right, let's see. And now that you're seeing what Jaden Daniels does, now all of a sudden, all these Washington fans who had defected or found other teams, all of a sudden maybe creeping back to their team now, because now you're seeing what the Panthers were hoping they would see when Bryce Young was drafted.
Yeah.
So a young, exciting quarterback who brings the juice, and that's what Jaden Daniels does. Now give offensive coordinator and give the head coach credit, because they're calling games within his wheelhouse.
Cliff Kingsbury right now is cooking. I mean, Jaden Daniels makes 4 or 5 plays, maybe even more than that a lot of guys can't make on his own, but there are 15 out of 20 of those plays where guys are wide open or there's a hole. Give the O-line credit, but Cliff Kingsbury has been dynamite so far this year. And I know, Brian, you always say, it kind of water finds its level, and we'll see if they can get a lot of tape on this young quarterback and what Cliff Kingsbury's doing and shut him down. But for right now, man, he is out dueling, out chess piecing these defensive coordinators.
I think you've seen what Cliff Kingsbury can do offensively in the past. He had good success in Arizona when Kyler Murray was a rookie, and so you're right. Let's see what happens when the defense start getting tape. But I think Jaden Daniels is a smart enough guy. He's older. There's just a lot of intangibles you like there. The only thing I always caution people, what do we always caution people when it comes to Washington quarterbacks, right? RG3 and how great he started.
Yeah.
But then injuries because of running too much and then unable to adapt to the offense going forward. So there's always that cautionary tale. Let's not crown him yet, but what we've seen so far has been very impressive.
And for the Panthers this weekend, they've got the maybe worst trade of all time bowl going on. Panthers-Bears. A lot of reminders for Panthers fans when they see DJ Moore and Caleb Williams and everything the Bears were able to do due to that trade. So Carolina playing better, obviously, with Andy Dalton got in a shootout last week with the Bengals. The Bears don't play in a lot of shootouts, so interested to see. This could be an ugly one coming up on Sunday, one way or the other.
I'm real curious. I think the Panthers have a real good shot here because of the Bears' ineptitude when it comes to offense. And Andy Dalton's motivated. You know, he's playing good football, but he has 3 teams he's never beaten before in his career. And one is the Bears this week. So he really wants to put that notch on his belt, former employer of his. Another is the Cowboys, who they have on the schedule later this year. And the third team he's never beaten, the Panthers. So I guess he could throw some pick sixes and he could work it on the list that way. But interesting that he brought that up this week when in his press conference. That but look, we talked about the Jews. He's been bringing excitement, and I've been watching Bryce Young. Last week, Bryce was much more engaged on the sideline, and maybe he's seeing it. And maybe when it comes his turn again, maybe he won't be afraid to try and thread a few needles out there. But it's just been refreshing to watch somebody bring some excitement back to that Panthers offense.
Brian North joining us. North, we'll switch gears, and we briefly touched on this when we had Shane Connick on from the Charlotte Observer. He talked some 49ers football and a little NASCAR as well. So Cliff Notes version, it sounds like Michael Jordan is going against the grain and against NASCAR here, and I saw the term bullies being thrown out. So what all is going on here? Have you followed this story at all?
Yeah, so it's been typical that NASCAR has always kind of favored its conglomerates, its big teams that put a lot of money into the sport, and startup teams have always had a little bit harder deal with trying to be competitive there. And so Michael Jordan, Denny Hamlin teaming up their team. I know they've missed a few deadlines. They probably haven't played by all of NASCAR's rules as to how much money they invest. So I think Michael said, I've got the money to do this. Let's just stand up against NASCAR here. Let's make it a little more fair for teams trying to bust in and help change the sport up a little bit. So I'll be curious to see if there's a settlement on this, but that's basically what it is NASCAR has always favored its big teams, its old names, and always kind of given them a little bit of an advantage, and now Michael Jordan wants to see that changed.
Brian North joining us. North, you or Luke, anybody going out to Charlotte, Richardson Stadium tomorrow?
Yeah, Luke definitely going. I'm still trying to work out logistics if I can swing it. We've got the Seafood Festival going on this weekend in Morehead City. I have to make an appearance. Really, one of the reasons I want to go is I want to see Jaquarius Conley on the 49ers sideline. I don't know if you've been following this. The former UNC star from Jacksonville who had a serious knee injury, transferred to Charlotte, hasn't played football in a couple of years, but the NCAA clearinghouse will not let him play this year, and no one can figure out why. So he's basically being held hostage on the sideline. That was a big tweet that went out last week, Biff complaining about it, and so I'd love to see Jaquarius on the sideline just to kind of catch up and see what's going on with that situation. So, but yeah, I've never been to Richardson Stadium. I would like to go, but as you know, Cliff, got to clear it with the boss at home first.
Yeah, you got multiple bosses and one that's way more important than the other. So hopefully you can get out there, Brian. We'll talk to you one way or the other coming up at around 3:10ish if you are available. Either here or there. Appreciate you joining us, North. Have a oh, by the way, you mentioned Seafood Festival. What is your favorite seafood?
The old I see food, I eat it, but anything with shrimp on it's good to me now. I love me some shrimp, like George Costanza.
The ocean called.
The ocean called. They want to know if there's any shrimp left.
There you go. I'm with you. Brian, thank you, man. Have a good weekend. We'll talk to you on Saturday.
Sounds good, Clipper.
There is B North joining us. Big Rock Power Sports live line. Bud Light pregame tailgate getting underway 11:30 a.m. We'll be with you after the game on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. We'll take a timeout, come back, wrap up hour number one. Hour two, we'll talk NFL with Tony Dunn from the C3 podcast. We'll make our picks. I got some start-sit questions as well. We'll do all that. Morgan Ahlers is going to join us later in the show. We got final thoughts on ECU and Charlotte for the week on Pirate Radio Live. And then, of course, 4 more hours of it coming up on a Saturday morning and afternoon on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. We got more to go on Pirate Radio Live on a Football Friday after this.
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
Need cash fast? National Finance Company is here to help. For over 50 years, National Finance Company has been the small loan specialist with loans from $1,000 to $5,000 with low payments to meet your budget. We're in the business of getting you the cash you need today. Apply online for a loan at one of our convenient branch offices and get your money as fast as today. It's easy. Get the cash you need. For extra cash, visit nfcmoney.com.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. It is tailgating season, and there's no better way to tailgate than pulling up in a Ram 1500 or 2500. And we have a huge selection of Ram trucks here. You can save up to $10,000 off Ram 1500s and 2500s. We also have a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, budget-friendly, from $599 and up. And remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
This is Dr. Hasty from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as a walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates.
There is road work outside, but plenty of food and fun inside at Fish Street Hardware in downtown Greenville. Park right across the street and make your way in for a great lunch today or drinks with friends. There are over 40 beers on tap and plenty of new specialty cocktails to choose from. Don't forget about Singo on Tuesdays, trivia with DJ Captain Morgan on Wednesdays, local artist live music on Thursdays, and the best Sunday brunch starting at 10:30 a.m. Be sure to follow Fish Street Hardware on Facebook and Instagram for all the 411. Go Pirates!
The Holistic Company in downtown Greenville is a family-owned and operated business offering hemp-derived products such as tinctures, topicals, raw flour, skincare products, and more. They even have a drink menu including infused mocktails and frozen lemonade with a variety of flavors to choose from. At the Holistic Company, they pride themselves in offering true education about the hemp plant and its abundant benefits. So stop by 501 Evans Street, just a few doors down from Pirate Radio, to get informed and try the array of products today.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Dixon Williams, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear hit a home run for me when I needed my custom shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates.
Picture this, the perfect summer barbecue. No stress, no responsibilities, just all your friends, burgers and hot dogs on the grill, and a delicious, refreshing Pepsi Zero Sugar in your hand. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Burgers sizzling, hot dogs cooking, Pepsi Zero Sugar fizzing, and a backyard of very, very happy people. Oh yeah, we could get used to this. Very, very used to this. Grilling. Better with Pepsi.
This is Mac McCarthy, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Have you always dreamed of having your own backyard oasis? Elite Pools in Greenville can make that dream a reality. The professionals at Elite Pools are experts in fiberglass and gunite pool installation and renovation, and their goal is to deliver the highest quality at an affordable price. Visit the Elite Pools showroom in Greenville across from Agri Supply, or visit their website at elitepoolsnc.com. Transform your backyard into a destination with Elite Pools. And vacation spots are right here in our very own backyard. Take a trip to a state park and enjoy traditional camping, RV space, and also air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi. If you're by a lake, be sure to check out the opportunities to rent a canoe or kayak and get out on the water. Your next adventure is right around the corner. For more information, please visit ncparks.gov. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Looking forward to hanging out with you Saturday. We'll kick off somewhat morning at 11:30 and then be with you early afternoon on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, watching the 12 o'clock games with you and talking ECU football. Brian Bailey will join us live from Charlotte. David Glenn will join us, hour number 1 of the program. Also, we'll talk about tomorrow's slate with Jeff Nadeau. He'll join us on the show. We'll go out live, get a report from Chan Man, hear from Mike Houston, John David Baker, Blake Harrell, J.D. Lampley, Anthony Smith. Just talked to Brian North. He will either be there or in New Bern talking to us. And so much more. Patrick Mason live from Charlotte. And we want to know what's on your tailgate menu for tomorrow. Where are you watching us from? Are you listening to us, watching us from the tailgate out in Charlotte? I wonder if Charlotte does have a tailgate environment. We'll find out tomorrow.
There's some like throughout the city, just like lots designated for tailgating.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what the atmosphere is like tomorrow, because again, you're seating, 15?
15 is the capacity.
Yeah.
They'll probably be over that with the standing room only.
Yeah, intern Zach's got a standing room only ticket. So interested to see how that goes as well.
Catch me dead, dude.
Not a fan of that?
No, I'd rather sit in the house in the AC, go get a drink that doesn't cost $18.
You're such an old man, Jarrett. I'm with you.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. These money grubbers. These Daniel Snyders of the world, with your obstructed view seats and your standing room onlys, and yeah. I'm excited about it because I think the Pirates win, and I think we win by double digits. And I think we are going to have some positive momentum heading into the bye week, waiting on Army.
Get a win, go into the bye, regroup.
Regroup, as Chandler says. You got to win and regroup. I'm reluctant to call Chandler. I'm afraid Jenny may sabotage the entire segment like she did last time we called Chandler. So I'm not going to do it this time. The old bit killer. Trying to have fun on a Friday. And I got to hear how lazy I am. I'm not down with that. We'll talk NFL in a moment. I wanted to mention, I'll save Devontae Adams for next segment.
Please do. I got a lot to say.
Jared is. We'll have Put the Fries in the Bag coming up on Monday. Yesterday, after the show, I'm taking a trash bag to the dumpster in the UB parking lot. This guy's walking in the UB parking lot, and he says, "Put the fries in the bag."
Put the fries in the bag.
And I'm like, oh my God, Atticus created a monster. But that whoever that guy was, a big fan of Put the Fries in the Bag.
Put the fries in the bag.
Who will be putting the fries in the bag after this weekend?
Put the fries in the bag.
Might be getting some firings after this weekend.
And college, pro?
Both.
Who's a candidate?
Doug Peterson.
All right, let's do our... You know what? I want to save this for next segment, too. Let's go down the games and do the whose ass is in the jackpot coming up after Sunday.
All right.
And I'd love to hear that clip, too. Do we have Terry Collins saved, Shirley? Terry Collins. Look in Live at 5 Sports Bar. See if we have Terry Collins. I want to hear his argument with the umpire where he kept saying his A is in the jackpot. It's a great clip. If I could find it edited, I could just play it off my phone. But if we have it saved, I'm pretty sure it is pre-edited. We need to take a break anyway. Let's see if we can find it during the break. It's a great clip. All right, so we will tell you who has the fries in the grease and may have to put them in the bag on Monday. NFL coaches on the hot seat who could be red hot on Monday. Terry Collins. Former Mets manager.
See
anything?
I don't see where his name is.
Okay.
So I'm going to look again because I want to say I may have overlooked it.
Well, either way, I've got it. We'll see if there's any cursing here, but I want to play that when we return and talk NFL, hour number 2. Back with you after this. The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kid Scene.
Y'all come get bucked up. Okay, you have got to come to the Loose Goose. I mean, right now, come to the Loose Goose, 241 Four Lines Road, Winterville, North Carolina. We are a part of Advanced Moving and Storage. All the cool things that we buy, find, oh my word, you won't believe it. We've got everything from furniture to every kind of household thing that you need except appliances. The Loose Goose. We're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and on Saturdays, 10 till 5. You're going to be so glad you did.
Did you know that GUC's electric rates are the lowest in Pitt County? GUC's average residential electric bill using 1,000 kilowatt hours per month with load management is $21 lower than the investor-owned utilities and $34 lower than the local co-ops. In fact, GUC's average electric bills are still $10 lower than they were 10 years ago. Low rates with high reliability. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cucinella's. Cucinella's has 2 locations with great options for lunch, dinner, takeout, and they now offer catering. Dine in for lunch with a slice, salad, and a drink with a friend, or stop by after work and grab a beer or glass of wine while you wait for your to-go order. The best pizza, grinders, salads, and homemade Italian ice is at Cucinella's. Cucinella's Midtown across from Best Buy, downtown across from Sup Dogs, and on Facebook and Instagram. Cucinella's, serving handcrafted pizza since 1932. Come taste the difference.
It's that time of year again. Beauty Bar's Fall into Beauty event is kicking off September 16th through October 4th. Beauty Bar offers the best service by their talented providers in Greenville for treatments such as Botox, Xeomin, filler, laser treatments, facial, medical grade skincare, and more. The staff will help you choose which treatments or products that best suit your needs. Visit Beauty Bar Medi-Spa on Red Banks Road and get all the up-to-date info at beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
You want a sub freshly sliced to order? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want the perfect radio idea? You go to me. Like this. I'm a lone ninja warrior. By night, I glide unseen across the rooftops, watching my enemies from the shadows. By day, I go to Jersey Mike's, watching someone freshly slice my sub. My blade is called Shadow. His blade is a Berserba brand meat slicer. Clearly, I have much to learn about this land. Freshly sliced just for you. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Take a hit from a 300-pound linebacker, and you better be wearing pads. Take a hit on the road, and you better have good auto coverage. When you've got North Carolina Farm Bureau Auto Insurance, you've got the best local agents ready to help you bounce back. If you don't, well, you'll probably play football without a helmet, too.
This is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning. Give me a call today, and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Right on the corner and always right on the price at Doug Henry of Greenville. And Saturdays are for Pirate Traditions and Beer. This season, Bud Light has a new limited edition purple and gold ECU bottle on sale now. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please drink responsibly. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you. Pirate Radio Live on a Football Friday. Tony Dunn joins the group. Tony Dunn joins the group. Tony Guns is here. What's up, Tony?
How are you?
I'm doing great. Where's Brett? Is he celebrating after the Mets win last night? Haven't seen him in a few days. All right, so a couple of things. We don't have the Terry Collins clip. I went and re-listened to it, and there's no way to even play it on the air because it would just be all beeps. I didn't realize how many beeps there were, but we do need to get the umpire saying "my ass is in the jackpot" because that's one of the greatest phrases of all time. Just a fantastic phrase. Who's A will be in the jackpot after this weekend? I don't know if you heard coming in, Tony. We want to say who's going to be on the hot seat after this weekend in the NFL.
Oh,
so we'll do the picks in a moment, but I want to run down the games because I have a great one at bright and early. We could have a coach fired before the 1:00 games. Robert Saleh. First of all, I don't like him because I can't say his name.
Saleh.
Okay. If they go to 2-3 and Aaron Rodgers says, I can't stand this guy anymore.
Maybe Aaron Rodgers is coming to the Raiders.
God, poor guy.
Just turning the narrative.
Instead of getting Devontae,
instead of Devontae leaving, he gets to pick his quarterback.
No. We send Devontae to New York to play with whoever the hell they got backing up Aaron.
But they don't tell Devontae that Aaron Rodgers is part of the deal. Just to really...
Him and Tyrod going to go at
it. It would probably be cheaper to get Aaron Rodgers than for a team to acquire Devontae Adams.
So, I didn't buy into the Jets hype before the season. You know what? I'm going to pick them to win this game.
Me too.
But if they don't, that hot seat's pretty hot, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Panthers, Bears. If the Panthers go in and beat Chicago.
Eberflus,
yeah. Eberflus has got to be hot.
Very.
They got this new quarterback and all these weapons. And if you're 2-3 with a loss to the Panthers, your A could be in the jackpot.
I'm also picking... I'm going a lot of road teams this week, which is very scary. But I'm going Panthers here, Clip, because...
We're not making picks yet.
Oh, we're not?
No.
We're just talking...
We're talking about coaches.
Oh, sorry, you said you're picking the Jets. I thought we were on it.
You're right. I set a bad precedent there.
Yeah.
Bengals coach.
Zach Taylor.
If they start 1-4. Hot.
Nah.
No?
No, I don't think so. I think it's their defense. That's a coordinator getting fired.
Ryan Finley saved his job, though, years ago when they beat Pittsburgh on Monday night when Joe Burrow was out.
Yeah.
He should have never been hired as the coach.
Wow. All right.
No hot seats in these next matches.
I don't know. Nerd Boy is starting to get some heat, but they're without their quarterback.
Crazy.
Mike McDaniel's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
The only smoke he's getting is that he's getting cooler looking by every dang day.
Kevin Stefanski losing to the Commanders to start 1-4.
He just got an extension, so
Well, okay.
I think they just got a quarterback problem there.
All right.
Yeah, Deshaun's getting fired.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Jameis.
York, see, we'll talk about it on picks. I am terrified of what could happen on Sunday. Your pick was Doug Peterson, 0-5 start, losing to the Colts at home. That could be a firing before the weekend's over.
Especially the way they've lost these games. They can't handle themselves in the fourth quarter.
And zero development at the quarterback.
Yeah.
Bills, Colts are safe. Raiders, Broncos.
Safe.
Yeah, whoever loses is going to feel bad, but everybody's safe.
Everybody's safe for the next one.
Cardinals coach.
Yeah, he's safe.
He's in his second year, right?
Yeah, overperformed last year as a team, and I would say that they've been a respectable team this year.
They're better than 1-3. They're better than the record.
Yeah.
If they're a great team.
They really had.
They
that.
just ran up against the juggernaut last week.
They blew it to the Bills in week 1.
Yeah, had
they
a
were
big
up
lead.
like 17-0 or something at one point.
Sean McVay, could he go 1-16 and keep his job?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And get like a job as an actor or something.
I mean, they sold their soul for a Super Bowl, so.
How about a 1-4 start for Brian Daboll?
Yes.
Toast. I think he's the hottest out of the whole group.
Really?
Well, the ugliest out of the whole group, but
He's lost weight, man.
He has.
Give him credit. All right. Mike McCarthy.
No.
What do you mean no?
They did not. I mean, one, he's a lame duck coach right now.
Yeah.
Only got 1 year, and they did not set him up well for success in the offseason. So,
I wouldn't go that far. I don't think that they put him in a bad spot.
They didn't do anything, did they?
no, that's what I'm saying. They lost 8 starters and did nothing to recoup.
We gonna sign Dak.
Yeah, they brought back
We're gonna take care of Dak.
CD
8.5 inch.
And then I'll throw Dennis Allen's hat in the ring.
I was gonna say losing to the Chiefs in Arrowhead is not a fireable offense, but starting 2-3, Dennis Allen shouldn't even be the coach anyway.
No.
His own players revolted against him during a game.
They've already won enough games for him to keep his job through like week 12 at the minimum, and the Saints don't like to fire midseason.
Yeah, but like starting 2-0 and then just losing 3 straight.
Here's a sneaky one. Eagles have a bad practice on Saturday. Sirianni gets fired during the bye week.
That seat's kind of hot, probably.
Yeah, definitely. They are
Did you
sick
see
of that
him
dude.
taking flack for his answer though about Saquon? You see his press conference and when they asked him why didn't Saquon get more carries?
Oh yeah,
I thought it was a fine answer.
What'd he say?
He said, "Look, we went 3 and out 3 times. He ran the ball. There was 9 plays. He ran the ball 2 out of 9. We're in positions where we weren't trying to run the ball. Like, I don't think it's if you do percentage of plays."
Yeah, there was some long yardage downs.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
not
like,
going to run on 3rd and 13.
Yeah. So I thought it was a fine answer in that way, but everybody was like, "Can you believe this answer this guy's given? He should just be like, we got to feed Saquon. We got to feed Saquon."
There comes to a point where you just hate a guy, and no matter what he does or says, you're against it. Like,
I love that Paisan.
Shirley, are you sitting down? I'm not looking at
Yes.
you. Okay, just making sure. Tim Boyle has been released by the Dolphins. You
Who's
okay?
that?
Are you?
Whoop-de freaking do.
He's a quarterback.
Oh.
No longer in Miami.
Hunley. It's the Hunley show.
Yeah. Second worst Pro Bowler of all time.
Mm-hmm.
We found out.
Who's the first?
Mike Broyla, 1975 Philadelphia
Jared actually
Eagle.
did his homework.
Yeah, he did.
And this guy had a worse TD to interception ratio than Huntley.
Worse completion percentage.
Yeah. So Huntley.
And he didn't run as well as Tyler Huntley does.
Second worst Pro Bowler of all time. Tone, let's talk a little Panthers. Chad, by the way, says you're a buff dude.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
All right. Panthers played a bit of a shootout, fun game-ish on Sunday.
Yeah, real close in a way. I guess my kind of 60-second highlight of it is that the Carolina Panthers missed some, big plays, right? And we're talking by inches. You know, Andy Dalton throws a 35-yard pass to Deontay Johnson down the sideline. I mean, and it's touching his fingers. It's such a tough catch. There was another one in the end zone. Deontay Johnson was 2 plays just a couple of inches away, or securing the ball in one case, from having like 150 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. The Carolina Panthers, though, ran into an offense that is just dynamic. I mean, Jamar Chase and Burrow, I mean, you can't beat those two guys. You're going to have to score and get ahead in so many ways and make them one-dimensional. Jamar Chase had a 65-yard touchdown catch, but it was there was 3 missed tackles or blown tackles, really kind of demoralizing going into the half. But Carolina's offense was potent enough with Andy Dalton at the helm, and it has been for 2 weeks, that we were fourth quarter, 7 minutes left in the quarter, down 11, and I was still ready to watch it, saying, hey, this is 2 scores. You know, so kind of a good loss in a way. Now people, though, are asking, what happens if you start, what would this make us, 1-5?
4.
1-4. If you start 1-4, then go 1-5, when do you say, do we put Bryce in to just learn about him and stuff like that? So that's kind of the conversation going forward. The Carolina Panthers are just getting decimated with injuries on the defense. Trevin Wallace, our new linebacker, who has not had really any play time. He had 1 game in the preseason that he really showed out. Shaq Thompson goes out, torn Achilles. Josie Jewell goes down on the next play. Trevin Wallace is not only in the game, he was just ready to be playing special teams. He's got the green dot on his helmet, and he's the one calling the plays. So, I mean, I thought the Panthers played admirably against the Bengals, and there was a chance. Missed 4th down conversion in the end zone, those kind of things. And Ron Rivera used to always say that games really come down to 2 or 3 big plays, and we missed 2 big plays, and they made 1 big play.
You're not obviously this early mathematically eliminated. Win this week, you're only 1 game out of first place.
We're back to week 2,
week
3.
But when you are out of it, what do you want to see? You want to see, all right, what does our future look like? And for you, that is young running back Jonathan Brooks.
Yeah.
When do you get your first look at him, you think?
That's a great question. I don't know if they're going to try to just protect him at this point and see, but it'd be really a nice addition because Chuba's been catching like 5 yards a carry.
He's been pretty good, right?
Yeah, he's been awesome. So adding a guy that's explosive like that, and we saw that what Jahmyr Gibbs did. What we were watching the game, I think, together Sunday night for a minute. Monday night. Was it Monday night? Yeah. And Jahmyr Gibbs just shoots, he's just like a cannon. He's shot out of a cannon.
And then David Montgomery
got that
first
comes
touchdown.
in. Yeah.
Tony called that one.
Yeah.
Here comes the vulture.
It happens every time.
Yeah. And they ran it 3 straight times with him, too.
Yeah.
Like you would have think they would have put Gibbs back in, go get your touchdown.
Nope. Kind of like last year with Bijan. There were times where Bijan was just missing in action. What about that game last night? When are we going to talk about that?
Right now.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, a fantastic game. And the Falcons win it in overtime. Is Koo the most clutch kicker in the NFL? That dude drops bombs in the fourth quarter.
Well, he blew a kick in the first quarter.
Oh, really?
And then it was an offsides on Tampa. He got 5 yards closer and missed it again. Now, I'll tell you a clip. This was crazy. I woke up this morning. I thought Tampa won. There was, Biggs, what's the kid's name? The new running back for Tampa Bay.
Oh, Bucky.
Bucky.
Oh, man. Bad fumble, Bucky.
Yeah. The fumble, you're like, oh, gosh, you're giving it back to the Falcons after that. What was it? That guy drops that, hits him in the chest. Then Tampa Bay's defense comes out and just,
you're talking. Okay, it was a crazy sequence. So Mooney dropped a terrible pass. Anyway, the Falcons get it back. Cousins throws the pick, and it's like this one's over.
Well, that's what I thought. Is like, so the fumble, then the Tampa Bay defense gets just swarmed Cousins like crazy. And when he threw that pick on 4th and 15, I turned the game off.
Yeah,
I turned it, and I was like, I'm gonna watch the last episode of Prison Break that I was watching, and walked in, hanging out with my friend this morning, and he's like, "What a game!" I was like, "I know, it's crazy. I can't believe that they stopped it." He's like, "No, Atlanta won. What the heck?"
Yeah.
And then you saw Antonio Brown's tweet about the cracker of the day, Kirk Cousins.
Congratulations, Kirk. Kirk Cousins, 42 of 58, 509 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Breaks Matt Ryan's record on Matt Ryan night.
Drake London, 12 for 154 and a touchdown. I heard he had 12 catches on 13 targets. That's pretty insane.
He was a beast last night. And then even Kyle Pitts got involved after being absent for a little while. Not only absent all season, but he was absent for the first quarter. And I was like, is this guy ever going to do anything? And then he ripped off 70, 80 yards.
I don't know who Darryl Hodge is, but he looked like the fastest man in the NFL on that touchdown. That was a great catch and run by him. And the Falcons win at 36-30. And the South is going to go down to the wire. It's going to be fun to follow those teams. So, all right, let's take a break, and we will get to the picks. Rough week for Tony. It's redemption week for him. Jarrett, he didn't hear no bell. Big week for Jarrett last week, going 11-3, winning the week. He has climbed out of the basement. Still 8 games back of me.
At this point, it's just about beating Chandler.
Yeah. So
you got a good chance that I blow this. Don't worry, I haven't been known to go down in flames.
Chandler, I believe, sent me his picks.
Anybody pick last night's game? I hope not, because I got it wrong.
Tony's the only person picking Thursday night. You're 1-1 so far. So we'll take a break and come back with the picks when we return after this.
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive, and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. This month, Doug Henry is giving back for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and with every vehicle purchased, they will donate $100 to Eastern North Carolina Cancer Services. Doug Henry of Greenville, right on the price, right on the corner. Go Pirates!
IMAX is here with mind-blowing images and earth-shattering sound. Come experience the first IMAX theater in Eastern North Carolina, only at Golden Ticket Cinemas in Greenville. Crystal clear IMAX laser projection and precision sound come together to provide the ultimate movie experience. And as always, Golden Ticket Cinemas has unlimited popcorn and the best selection of concessions around. Book your tickets at gtcinemas.com and come experience the best in cinematic quality. IMAX, only at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
Pirate Water Wicked Tea is here. Set sail for the next Pirate Water adventure. Barstool's best drink is back with delicious Wicked Tea. A strong, smooth, uncarbonated brew flavor with hints of lemon. It's the toughest tea to take on the high seas. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find the new Pirate Water Wicked Tea in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joe M. Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve. To get started, call me, Talbot Green, 714-2076.
Talbot Green, NMLS 120331. For informational purposes only. Integrity Home Mortgage
Ahlers Corporation is an equal housing lender. NMLS 208516.
We all have seniors in our life who may need a little extra help with technology. University PC Care's Quick Helps are affordable, in-store, short appointments designed for seniors who may need a little TLC to help with setting up a new computer, help with email or passwords, or help with the latest online scam. They don't need to fear technology anymore. Call 252-558-1280 to schedule an in-store Quick Helps appointment for Greenville or New Bern. Learn more at universitypccare.com.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for only $9.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for just $2.99. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $9.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Hey, Pirate fans, did you know there are thousands of special needs children and adults right here in our community that loves ECU athletics as much as you do? Robbie's Clubhouse is a local nonprofit organization that can turn your unused ECU tickets into a fun day for a family with special needs. If you can't make it to the next Pirate game, simply call 1-800-DIAL-ECU and donate and designate your tickets for Robbie's Clubhouse. Go Pirates!
This is Wyatt Lunsford-Shankman. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years. You can shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for Pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. And Pirate Radio is excited to announce that Inky Johnson will be the 2025 Leadership Luncheon Speaker on Monday, March 17th. Inky is one of the most highly sought-after speakers in the world. Some of his clients include Chick-fil-A, State Farm, AT&T, the University of Alabama, the University of Texas, New York Knicks, New England Patriots, Baltimore Ravens, and Atlanta Braves. For sponsorship information, please contact Mark Alexander at 252-327-2173, or you can email him at mark@pirateradio1250.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live, hour number 2, talking NFL with Tony Dunn and the crew. And we'll get to the picks. So last week, Jarrett climbs out of the basement by going 11-3, winning the week. I went 10-4. Chandler 8-6. Tony 7-7. Got to get back on track.
500. Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, you're enough to keep your job.
Yeah.
So that's good. All right. We have a pretty decent London game. Jets and Vikings. This one, I'm picking against the Vikings every week. Pretty sure I did last week. Who'd they play? Oh, the Packers. Yeah. Vikings got up big. Almost blew it. Jordan Love had a crazy stat line. Jets need to start winning games.
Who have they beat this year? Tennessee?
And New England.
And New England. That's it. I'm picking.
They played 4 games, so they've beaten Green Bay. Y'all said Tennessee, New England?
Oh, I thought we were talking about the Jets.
Yeah, that's who I was talking about.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the Vikings. Like, are they real at 4-0? Sorry.
Oh, no.
Okay.
We were talking because the Jets are not only bad, but they beat bad teams.
So why would we take them to beat the Vikings?
Well, I'm taking them because I'm using the Clip Brock strategy of there's always something wacky that happens in the NFL, and the Vikings 5-0 would be wacky.
Well, what's the line? 2.5? Yeah, I mean, it's basically pick 'em.
And I'm really mad at Aaron Rodgers. I mean, this guy has let me down in Survivor right out the gate against the Broncos.
Yeah, that's bad.
They lost to a team where what Jared did the quarterback have?
Oh, it had 60 yards.
60 yards.
Yeah.
It's like losing to the Bears.
Yeah. Which we'll get to that game in a moment.
I'm going to be ruining my record this week, by the way.
I'm taking the Jets.
Me too.
Okay, Jarrett.
Jets.
Whoa!
Chandler is going to take
the Vikings. He's the only person with some sense.
Vikings. Disagree on that one. Panthers at Bears. Bears a 4-point favorite.
4?
It's in Chicago, so I mean.
Low total, 41.5.
I'm going to take the Panthers on the road here. Panthers offense has been effective, right? And what I'm hoping here is, really the reason you pick against the Panthers right now is that the defense can't stop anyone, but they're going against an offense that can't do anything. So maybe the Panthers can pull it out.
Caleb Williams still has not had a great breakout game, has he?
No, I mean, he's had some good showings, but there's been a lot of inconsistency.
His greatest showing was 160 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, he's flashes. That's kind of what I meant.
DJ.
Yeah, but people were like, "Oh, here it is," and you look at it, and he didn't even get over 200 yards.
No.
DJ Moore scores. Williams throws 2 or 3 touchdowns. I'm going to take the Bears.
Bears defensive touchdown on a pick 6.
Could be. I'm taking the Bears.
Yeah, I like the Bears defense too much here. Carolina going to let up a couple big plays.
Chandler is going with his Carolina Panthers. So Tony and Chandler on the Panthers here. All right, good game in the North. Ravens at Bengals. Ravens have gotten off the mat. The blowout victory over Buffalo.
Yep.
King Henry running wild.
Win on the road. They're rolling right now. Win on the road in Dallas.
Yeah, back to back, pretty convincing wins.
And I'm picking them. I'm going 3 road games, 3 road teams in a row.
Well, Jets,
I guess the Jets don't count because everybody's on the road.
Yeah, but you're going 2 underdogs. Ravens are actually favored in Cincinnati. I like the Ravens. I'm taking the Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going the Ravens. Offense is starting to click, and the Bengals defense.
No bueno.
Brother. Let's look at the Bengals. Let's say they drop to 1-4. Let's see if they can climb out of this. They got the Giants and Browns back to back, but both on the road.
And Joe Burrow struggles against the Browns greatly.
They got the Eagles and Raiders at home.
Loss.
Then they go to Baltimore at Chargers. They still got the Steelers at Dallas. At Tennessee, Browns, Broncos. They can go on a little run late, but I'm telling you, man, they really need this game. Yeah, this is a huge game for them, I think. Just the way the schedule sets up the rest of the way. There's another team on here that I want to go down their schedule. We'll get to that later. But we are all going Ravens there.
Chandler took the Ravens?
He did. Dolphins at Patriots. Tony, what's the line on this game?
1.5 Patriots.
So it was that. Now I'm seeing Dolphins -1.
Wow.
Who's even though they haven't scored a touchdown in 13 quarters or something like that?
Who?
The Dolphins.
They scored. Didn't Huntley score? They scored late in that.
Oh, okay.
But it was meaningless.
Maybe it was, I saw that stat in the game.
In the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
It was a meaningless touchdown. Is Drake May playing?
No, I think it's still Jacoby.
Okay.
There's no reason to put Drake May.
Yeah.
I wonder why the line flipped that much.
Money, maybe.
The wise guys.
The wise guys like the Dolphins?
The sharp money.
So, who has the edge at quarterback? Patriots?
Yeah, I guess go with the veteran.
Who has the edge at skill positions?
Dolphins.
Clearly the Dolphins. Who has the better defense?
Pats.
Patriots?
Mm-hmm.
Why are the Dolphins favored?
And Jalen Phillips is out for the Dolphins for the rest of the year, so not like there's going to be much of a pass rush.
I guess give me the Pats.
Same.
Yeah, I'm going Patriots.
Everybody's going Patriots, and the line flips, so we are all wrong here.
Well,
that's fine. What do you think the over-under is, Tony?
38.
Wow, yeah, 35.5.
Oh,
low.
I'm usually bad
You're
at
getting
this.
better.
And
You're
I'm
getting
better.
All right, Browns and Commanders. First of all, I have a bet for you. Amari Cooper, anytime touchdown. Week 1, Mike Evans, I think, had 2. Week 2, Malik Neighbors, touchdown and 100 yards. Week 3, Jamar Chase, touchdown, 100 yards. Week 4, Marvin Harrison, touchdown. The number 1 receiver is feasting on the Commanders. So Amari Cooper, put every prop, take him.
Like it.
I am nervous about this one.
1, 2, 3 into the foe.
I could see fourth quarter Jameis to Cooper to take like a 20-17 lead
to show the Commanders out the dough.
I don't think Deshaun gets benched. Like if it's a close game.
Man, he's got to be the most hated person in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Well, the Guardians are in the playoffs. Does LeBron still count, even though he's out of Cleveland?
He came back.
Actually, they love him.
Yeah, won a championship.
All right. Yeah, you're right.
Commanders for me.
Dude, I'm going to pick them. I picked them last week. It was fun. Last week was as cool as that Monday night win was. Last week was something different. It was a wire-to-wire beatdown. It was amazing.
I'm just still jaded by the Browns from last week because
I'm jaded.
all worried about the dang injuries for the Raiders and the Browns. And I should have remembered they were playing the Browns.
Yeah.
That was a stupid game. Raiders should. First of all, the Browns were up 10-0. Looked like they were going to blow them out. Then the Raiders scored 17 unanswered, 20 unanswered.
Is Minshew still at the helm?
Yeah.
Nice.
But the Raiders' defense was playing well, and then Zamir White tried to give the game to the Browns, fumble, scoop, and score. And eventually, Deshaun Watson got him inside the 20, inside the 10.
Yeah, 10.
And the Raiders, get a sack on the last play?
Charles Snowden, straight from the practice squad, baby.
Out of Russia and into sack.
Is Crosby play? Oh, wait. We're not at the Raiders yet. Give me the Commanders.
I got the Commies.
And so does Chandler.
I think Jaden Daniels is going to struggle in this one, but the run game will prevail.
I hope he just keeps blowing it up.
Good news, Austin Eckler is cleared. Brian Robinson trending towards playing, although he hadn't practiced this week.
He's been a stud this year.
What
how I got him on my fantasy team late.
How the Commanders got him on their team. Like, he got drafted, let's say here, the 98th pick overall. And I know running backs are a dime a dozen, they say, but he is a big, powerful fella that can run.
He's done more than any running back that you've had for the last 5 years.
He's Mini Henry.
Oh, wow. Which is still giant.
And the way that he's just a big running back. We are all going Commanders. Oh, boy. Nervous. All right, Colts at Jags. So this feels like a Panthers situation where Jamie, are you there, Jamie? Jamie, are you there? I'm sure he is. You'd rather have Joe Flacco starting than Anthony Richardson at this point. Just like you'd rather have Andy Dalton starting than Bryce Young.
You really believe that? I mean, I know Anthony Richardson. I told you he's going to be a rookie. You guys are just disappointed because you thought he was going to be this super fantasy stud that was going to be running all around, and people are drafting him like in the 3rd round and 4th round in fantasy football.
You're right. I had higher hopes for him, but here's what I believe.
Boom or bust. I mean, he's throwing a lot of picks.
Here's what I believe, Tony. Flacco came in a couple weeks ago. They won. Last week, he throws for 300 yards. Or, excuse me, 2 touchdowns last week.
Who was it he was talking to? He was talking with, it was Anthony Richardson. He said, I'm 9 days older than his mom.
Yeah. So Anthony does definitely not think he's cool or something.
Yeah.
Flacco's a winner, baby.
He is. And I'm picking the Colts because the Jaguars are losers.
They are.
I am done with these fools.
I kind of want to pick them.
I'm going with the Jags. Doug Peterson coaching for his life. They got to close out a 4th.
They are literally going to kill him if they don't win.
Last week he blames the players, said like coaches can't go out there on the field and make a play.
True.
And then he's been getting banged on by the media all week, like, have you lost the locker room? And he's like, I'm fine. I haven't lost the locker room. Just the panic in his eyes.
When there's panic in the eyes, pick them.
When a dude's banging a dude.
When you're banging another dude.
So, God, I hate the AFC South. Always and forever. These teams play every week, too. Every week, the Titans and the Colts and the Jaguars are in some kind of triple threat fatal four-way match, and they just meet. Can we get a new script? Can we get a new storyline? I hate these games. Colts and Jags. I don't know why. Give me the Jaguars. Chandler's going with the Jags. You are on Joe Flacco Island, sir.
After dumping on him for so many years.
All right. Let's, Shirley, give us a break. We have one more game, and it is the game of the 1 o'clock window, the game of the day. Bills at Texans. We'll pick that one. And then we'll get to one of the worst 4 o'clock slates I've ever laid eyes on.
Good dad afternoon.
Absolutely. You do not want to be in front of the TV at 4 o'clock, except Jarrett to watch his Raiders play the Broncos. We will make the rest of the picks when we return. Pirate Radio Live, back with you after this.
Slow ruins everything, so why not pay less for fast? U.S. Cellular's home internet gives you the speed you need for just $39.99 per month when bundled with a wireless plan with a 3-year price lock guarantee. Get fast 5G home internet made simple. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit AtlanticWireless.com to find a store near you. We go beyond the call.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store, serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Some days you hit snooze. But not today. Today, you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Need cash fast? National Finance Company is here to help. For over 50 years, National Finance Company has been the small loan specialist with loans from $1,000 to $5,000 with low payments to meet your budget. We're in the business of getting you the cash you need today. Apply online for a loan at one of our convenient branch offices and get your money as fast as today. It's easy. Get the cash you need. For extra cash, visit nfcmoney.com.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Are you guys ready for some ECU football? Because we are here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. And to kick this season off, we're doing 90 days till first payment on all Chrysler Dodge Jeep Rams. Also, up to $9,500 off new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 2-row and up to $7,000 off the 24 model Jeep Grand Cherokee 3rd row. Don't forget to check out our huge selection of affordable used vehicles starting from $699 and up. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
Public notice, Discount Mattress Furniture, Greenville, 1501 Evans Street. Everything must go up to 75% off. Living rooms, bedrooms, dinette, purple swivel chairs, ECU, $99. Desk chairs, $10. Queen mattresses, $199. Sofas, much more. Discount Mattress and Furniture up to 75% off. 1501 Evans Street in Greenville, and I'll see you there!
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates! Pirates.
Big game season is here, and I'm not just talking about Pirate football. Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. We're ready to blast the cannons in the stands and the fields. You know what I mean. Get ready with us. Take your pick from the largest selection in Eastern NC. Grab a rifle on a scope, and we'll mount and bore sight it for you. Don't forget Springfield's Gear Up promo. Buy a 2020 Waypoint, get a 2020 Rimfire Target rifle for free. Stay tuned in weekly as we shoot through fall with the best deals around. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Pirate Radio. Life's good, and why wouldn't it be?
Drink up me, Aussie Yo-ho.
I'm a pirate after all. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Town Insurance is your premier independent insurance agency. From maximizing opportunities to minimizing risk, Town's insurance advisors offer expert professional advice to clients of all sizes. For personal or business insurance questions, call 756-8300 today. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
All right, head out to the Buck for Sunday Fun Day. They'll be having the jersey giveaway 5 o'clock on Sunday, as they do every week. And we will be having a jersey giveaway Mondays at Sports Trivia. Starting this Monday. So that is exciting stuff as well. All right, we are to our final 1 o'clock game, and I think it's the game of the day. Bills at Texans. Texans were kind of a show me what you got last week. Like, don't let me down again after the blowout loss to the Vikings. And they got it done against Jacksonville, 24-20, a little closer than they wanted it, and I think had to come back to win that game.
I believe so.
If I'm not mistaken, they scored a with 18 seconds left, scored a touchdown to win that game over Jacksonville. Houston at home. Buffalo, Tony, so far this season has, let me look at their schedule. They have gone, the comeback win over the Cardinals.
Yep.
Blowout, and then got blown out by the Ravens.
Yeah. Was that on the road? Yeah, they were in Baltimore.
Yeah. So this is it's pretty rare in the NFL you see 3 straight road games. At Ravens, at Texans, at Jets for Buffalo.
Give me the Bills.
Okay. What's the line on this game? What do you think it is, Tony?
I would say -1 the Bills.
No way.
You think it's the Texans?
Yeah, it's got to be.
It is.
Texans -1. So.
Okay.
Yep. I don't hate your pick, Tony. And I'm going to ride with you, surprisingly. I'm taking the Bills.
Yeah, I'm going Bills bounce back. And
Wow.
if you look at the Texans last year and so far this year, they haven't really beaten any good teams. They beat Cincinnati last year. That was their only prominent win, and then they've beat the Colts, the Bears, and the Jags. Got blown out by the Vikings.
So I got the Texans losing.
They're coming back to earth a little.
I mean, I love C.J. Stroud. He looks phenomenal,
yeah.
but they're an okay team, not a great team.
There's a chance Jamie's Colts could be tied at the top of this division if they beat Jacksonville and if Houston loses. We are all going there except Chandler, who is taking the Houston Texans. All right, J-Bone, let's get a state of the Raiders Union. Earlier today, Devontae Adams puts up a photo of Edgar Allan Poe, and later, I believe, uses a famous quote from him or something.
Yeah, don't believe everything. Whatever. This guy. It's like a teenage girl on Instagram, just all these cryptic posts.
Right, yeah.
And I feel like that actually means to believe it.
I mean, the media makes it out like he's a saint, and before this week and a little bit of last week, you would have thought he's a great guy to have in the locker room, and ever since, it's he's been the problem.
Well, now you're in the media. You control the narrative. What do you want to say about him?
I don't really know if I can say it on the air, but He's a crybaby. You know what? He's a piece of garbage.
He can go join Aaron Rodgers. There's a great tweet going around, and it's Forrest Gump breaking out of the he's running after Janae.
But no, I read in The Athletic this week during the offseason, his wife had their second child or whatever, and he asked for 3 days off. That turned into 10. He came back, and he was like, all right, I'll be good week 1. And Antonio Pierce was like, no, if you're healthy, you're going to be playing in the preseason. The next day, he's on the injury report. And
now his hamstrings are hurt.
Yeah, and then when Max Crosby called him out, he called his agent and said, I want out.
He had become like a sympathetic figure because...
Great player in a terrible place.
Yeah, and now...
He wanted to go there. Like, everybody's saying the Raiders failed him.
Go there
he failed himself.
With Carr, right?
Yeah, but like Josh McDaniels was already there, and who thought that was ever going to work?
Yeah,
besides Raider fans trying to talk themselves into it.
Well, he didn't really want to go there. He wanted the money, and he got the money because if you trade for him right now, it's $35 million on the books next year.
I think
$35 million.
We owe him 44. And he doesn't want to restructure, and he wants to cry. Oh.
This is why it's good to surround yourself with knuckleheads because, like, McDaniels leaves, the people blamed him. Carr leaves, people blamed him. Now they're running out of people to blame, and now it's Devontae. He's the last one left.
Hey, you knucklehead.
He's the biggest knucklehead.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't want him to go to Washington.
I don't send him to Carolina or Jacksonville, if I'm being honest with you. Or screw the Jets, send him to Buffalo.
No offense.
Hey, we can't afford him. The Panthers have $500,000 in cap money.
Yeah.
Is Max Crosby back?
Yeah, he was limited in practice today. First time he's participated this week, and they said on Tuesday he'll be playing.
Missed his first game ever?
Yeah.
That's insane.
He'll play every single snap probably. That's the kind of guy he is.
I like the Raiders as a dog.
They're dogs?
Yeah.
3-point.
Bull.
The Broncos.
I mean, I believe you guys. I don't think you're lying, but I'm obviously not
Should the Broncos be favored against anybody?
No.
The Broncos have never beaten the Las Vegas Raiders.
Ever?
I used to love doing that.
That is
can't
true.
be true.
Dead straight.
I used to love doing that
Raiders.
when we became the football team. Like, the football team has never lost to the Cowboys.
Yeah, dude.
The Commanders have never lost.
Do you mean just the Las Vegas?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, okay.
4 straight years.
I thought he said the Raiders. Okay. I will take the Raiders on the road. Another road.
You need to say it like the Broncos have never beaten the Las Vegas Raiders.
Denver has never beat Las Vegas.
Yes.
I'm taking the Raiders. You're taking the Raiders?
Yep.
All right. Jarrett?
What do you think? Yeah. I'm taking the Raiders.
Okay. And great. This is huge for you, man, because this is like if Bo Nix beats you, you got to stop some of your Bo Nix talk.
I know I don't.
You don't, but you're going like a fool.
He was right about the Levis.
Yeah. Bo Nix does stink, though.
All right.
Does 60 yards beat Las Vegas for the
really.
first time ever.
Do they have props out yet? I wonder what Bo Nix's passing yards prop is.
Over 15.5, maybe. Who'd Chandler take?
Chandler took the Broncos.
My God.
Chandler's a simp. Let's face it.
Or he's going to make up like 20 games.
Chandler has a chance to be in first after this week. So that was game 1 of a stinky 4 o'clock. Let me know which one of these games you would be interested in watching, Tony. Maybe this one, Cardinals at Niners.
Yep.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
A good game.
Niners are big favorites. 7.5. I'll take the Niners at home.
Same.
I don't know about the Cardinals, man. I mean, they just got waxed last week, but they got some pretty good stuff. Murray to Harrison's pretty dangerous. I like James Conner. I don't know. They're
not terrible.
No. They got Trey Benson from Florida State. He's going to pop soon.
I will take the 2-2 Niners. Boy, that's weird to say.
Yeah, I like San Francisco, but love Cardinals plus 7.5.
Okay.
I agree.
Tony, you like Niners?
Yes.
All right. Packers at Rams.
I hate the Rams.
There's going to be a lot of cheeseheads in that LA crowd.
Oh, yeah.
The Rams are just every other week. You don't know if they're going to be just horrible or
they're
okay.
Dead, man. Do they have anybody back? Like,
No.
Cup's out for a while, right?
Puka and Cup both put on IR.
But they won against the Cardinals.
Yeah.
While I'm thinking about it.
No, it was the Niners.
Was it?
Came back to beat the Niners.
I will take the Packers.
Real quick, guys, and we'll do some more of this afterwards, but must be my other league. Tutu Atwell or let me check my other league. Tutu Atwell or Roshan Johnson. I'm going to go with Tutu, right?
That's the Bears, right?
Yeah, they're starting to give him the ball more. Let's go Romeo Dobbs or Tutu Atwell.
I think Christian Watson might be out. So
Tutu last week had 4 for 82. The week before he had 4 for 93. So he's having some pretty good games.
Yeah, let's go Tutu.
But you said Watson might be out. You still want to go Tutu?
Yeah.
He's got a fun name to say. So we'll go Tutu Atwell in the game. All right, and we are taking the who?
I'm going Packers.
Me too.
Same.
Me too. Let's see what Sean is doing. He's taking the Rams.
Good Lord, he's going to be at first.
All right, Sean so far has Vikings alone, Texans alone, Broncos alone, Rams alone. Like, he's got a chance to
make like 7 games.
Yeah. Or go the opposite way. Giants at Seahawks.
This is my survivor pick, so going Seattle.
Okay.
Seahawks.
Yeah, me too. They showed a little something on Monday night.
Start too slow a start, I guess.
Yeah. And the Lions are just great.
Yeah. I was trying to pick an upset on, made a mistake last week. So
All
I
right.
picked 6 this week.
This is a huge game for the Dallas Cowboys. This is the team that I wanted to run through their schedule real quick. So here's what they got coming up. They got the Lions at the Niners, at the Falcons, Eagles, Texans, at Commanders. That is a very tough stretch for a team that has already lost, at home to New Orleans and lost at home to the Ravens. So this is a very important game for them. Steelers coming off their first loss, right?
Yes. They look pretty good in the second half.
Cowboys at Steelers, Tony, what's the line?
You're going to make me sound dumb again. -2 Cowboys.
Tony does not respect home field.
No.
And you're
It's
just
gone in the NFL.
You're only off by a little bit. It's 2.5 Pittsburgh.
I'm just on the wrong side of it.
Yeah. You're hitting the number every time just for the wrong team.
Yeah. And I'm picking the Cowboys on the road.
Yeah. So you're taking, and they have been good on the road.
Yeah, I think that flips this week. Their D-line is decimated with injuries. And they are terrible against the run this year.
Jalen Warren out.
So is Cordero Patterson.
Najee Harris in, which brings us to Jamie's start-sit question. Jamie says, Najee or Austin Eckler? I was going to say Eckler until I saw Jalen Warren out, and you said their defense is decimated, so do you start Najee?
Yeah.
All right. And does everybody have a puke bag ready to go? He says at quarterback, Joe Flacco or Bo Nix, or I can pick up Daniel Jones. You know what? I would just quit the league.
Flacco, baby.
Yeah.
Flacco's going to get you 3 touchdowns.
Just go
3
empty.
tutties.
Easy.
Just leave that slot empty.
Yeah. Just in case, your guy throws 2 interceptions and only 85 yards, you won't get negative points.
Those 3 guys might combine for 8 interceptions.
Flacco. Flacco's going to be fine.
Go Flacco. Cowboys, Steelers. Tony's going boys. Jarrett's going Steelers. I am going Cowboys. Chandler's going Cowboys.
Oh, wow.
Steelers Island. Saints and Chiefs. I will take the underwhelming Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's Alvin Kamara. You just got to stop him.
Yeah. Steve Spagnuolo knows Derek Carr all too well. So, give me the Chiefs.
I like that, Bone. You guys got any start sits?
I was thinking Jacoby Myers or Jordan Addison in the flex. Jacoby's wide receiver.
How many
#1.
targets did Jacoby Myers get last week?
Not many. It was a big run game last week.
Really? I swear, every time I looked up.
Maybe he did. I don't know.
Let me Google it up. Jacoby Myers or who?
Jordan Addison.
Jarrett watches the game. You know those like beer goggles you can get at the novelty store? He watches the entire game with those on, so he doesn't know.
Unless they got a 1 o'clock game, I don't really know what happens.
Jacoby Myers had 10 targets last week. I knew that they were feeding him.
How many catches did he have?
5.
All right.
Yeah, 5 for 49.
I got one for you.
Hold on. So Myers or who? Say it one more time.
Addison.
Oh, I had him on the bench last week when he scored 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And London game.
Got to travel far.
Myers.
Against the Jets defense.
Broncos. Give me Myers. If he's getting 10 targets.
Yeah.
Go that route.
Also looking for a new Bronco killer. Josh Jacobs and Devontae no longer there.
Grimes on Bigfoot said Addison gets a Sauce Gardner matchup. Well, doesn't Justin Jefferson get that matchup? We got Earl talking bleep in the YouTube chat. What's good, Clip? Can I get a Buccaneer scoreboard update for the MLB playoffs? Congrats to your Mets. I'll say it. That's it.
That's it.
Tony?
So not even a good one. T. Higgins or Josh Downs?
I mean, T. Higgins says, so he didn't play for, a couple weeks?
Right.
He didn't do much at all in the Washington game. What did he do last week? I'll look it up real quick. Oh, well, you saw him play, Tony. Did he do anything?
No touchdowns.
6 for 60.
Yeah.
Kind of pedestrian. Bengals get
Baltimore.
Yeah.
I mean, they're scoring every week. At some point, Higgins is going to get one of those.
I kind of like Downs. I don't know.
All right.
But you want to not even play Flacco?
That is a good point. Is he going to score on an end around?
That's some old stuff, man.
He's going to throw it. He's going to have a passing touchdown.
Let's go. I would go Higgins. He's going Downs. So make up your mind, Tony.
Got it.
You are the tiebreaker there. Let's wrap it up. Thank you, Tony.
We all went KC, right?
Yes.
Yep. KC masterpiece. Tony, you got your Friday free-for-all?
Tonight I will be hosting it, filling in, and Sunday we'll be doing the post-game show. And right now I challenge anyone to go and have a better call in the post-game show than an 8-year-old girl, Brinley Hager, does.
Have you posted that?
Yes.
Different places?
Yeah, you can find it on YouTube Shorts, on Twitter. 2 for 2. 8-year-old girl called in.
Can you play the call now, or would it take too much time?
I can play it.
Yeah.
But make sure I cut it off right at the last second, all right?
Oh, there's cursing?
No, only at the last second if I close it out.
Never mind. Never mind.
What'd she say?
First, she said, the first time she called in, and she said, pack your bags, Bryce Young. Andy Dalton is in. And if he has another win and 300 yards, I'm writing Andy on the bottom of my foot like Toy Story.
Yeah.
And then last week
line.
she called in because I said her name was Bradley. And she said, hey, she said, hey, knuckleheads, this is Brinley Hager, not Bradley. And then she went off about how she said, and Andy Dalton, the Red Rocket, is going to get 300 yards and 3 tutties. Keep pounding.
Yeah, fired up. So we've had a kid take over on the 5th quarter. Now they're taking over C3.
They're awesome, dude.
I love that the youth is involved in sports talk radio and internet radio.
I like how their parents are welcoming them into the folds of us, hanging out with us, even though we're probably terrible.
Yeah, really. You shouldn't be listening to this show.
Probably, your show they can listen to. My show,
yours? No.
Probably not.
All right.
I don't know. We were talking about some pretty crazy stuff with Dixon Williams.
Yeah, and earlier when we talked about our marriage contracts
and the jackpot. What's the line?
My ass is in the jackpot.
My ass is in the jackpot.
All right, we'll wrap up this hour. Talk to Morgan Ahlers when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Football Friday. Back with you after this.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry. Dentistry.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. We have the 2024 Encore GX at 0.9 for 36 months. You heard it right, 0.9. We also have the Envision and the Enclave at 0.9. For GMC, we have the 2024 Sierra at 1.9%, the Terrain at 0.9%, and the all-new Hummer EV 849 lease for 24 months. Brown & Wood, 89 years in business in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
It's party time. The city of Greenville is celebrating its 250th birthday, and you're invited. Join us on Friday, October 4th from 5 to 8 p.m. at 5 Points Plaza downtown for an evening full of fun for the whole family. Enjoy live music by the Dickens, explore a vibrant vendor market, or hang in the beer garden. And don't forget, attendees have the chance to win $250 each hour. Mark your calendar for the city of Greenville's 250th anniversary celebration on October 4th from 5 to 8 p.m. Come celebrate with us and find yourself in good company.
Want to make your day better? Order a Papa John's pizza. Get an extra large, 1-topping New York-style pizza for only $10.99. Made into 8 foldable slices, perfect for sharing or not. See, things just got better, and you get to eat pizza. Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
Opportunities await for all students in Pitt County schools. We open doors by finding pathways to provide the best possible chance of success for each to reach their career aspirations of choice. As we head through the 2024-25 school year, we will continue to guide our students for the different journeys of life preparedness. We are committed to enhancing academic achievement and developing personal growth through work-based learning of our many career and technical education programs, college readiness, and solutions those who will be serving our country in the armed forces. Engaging, empowering, and elevating students to be successful citizens, workers, and leaders in a global economy remains our mission. Please visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org to learn how we grow minds and invest in our future through 38 schools and 1 community. Education, the key that unlocks doors of opportunity.
Pirate football is back, and the only way to dress for game day is to visit UBE or pirateware.com. UBE has all your game day apparel, such as polos, tees, hats, and jerseys. UBE also has all the merchandise to keep your tailgate undefeated. Pirate flags, decals, face tattoos, and more. And for your little pirates, visit our Crow's Nest with Pirate Nation's largest selection of youth apparel. UBE has special hours on Sunday after home games, open from noon till 5. And you can visit pirateware.com anytime. UBE, where every day is game day.
Hey, Pirate Nation. This is Brian Buck with Buck Insurance Agency. This season, when you attend your favorite sporting event, take the game day pledge. If your team is playing, win or lose, support your team to the end of the game. When you leave early, you risk missing your favorite athlete making the play of their career. When our family buys a ticket, we always plan to stay to the very end. Take the game day pledge this season with Buck Insurance Agency. Play to the end, stay to the end.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. It is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Tiebreakers with 2 locations in Greenville, one on Bells Fork and the other on Greenville Boulevard, and of course in downtown Winterville on Railroad Street. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, welcome back. Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live here on a Football Friday. We welcome in Morgan Ahlers to the fun. He joins us on the Big Rock Power Sports live line. Morgan's going to be able to rest the pipes for a while now because Pirates are away on Saturday, then an off week, and then a trip to Army. So no home game for a while, but the fans were given something to remember a Pirates home game with positively last week with East Carolina knocking off UTSA. Morgan, welcome in. How you doing, sir?
Clip, doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. And Morgan was talking about a lot of punts and the ball going back and forth in the fourth quarter, Morgan. No team could really do anything in that fourth quarter. You had that long run by UTSA and had a big field goal at the end by Noah Perez. But other than that, it was a lot of back and forth, and the Pirates had a few chances to put it away on offense, couldn't do it. UTSA had a couple of chances to take the lead, maybe take control of the game, but the Pirate defense said no. So it was a lot of back and forth there in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. We were talking about that upstairs. I was going, man, I don't know how many times each team had the ball, but I can't remember a fourth quarter that you saw, just back and forth like that. It was really weird, but I'm glad the Pirates pulled out a big win. They needed it and gave them a lot of momentum going into Charlotte.
We want to see more from the offense, but, man, did we get a glimpse the other day of the job Mike Houston and company did this offseason to bolster a struggling offense from last year. We saw Winston Wright get loose. We saw, Anthony Smith get loose. And those guys being the big playmakers we thought they could be. Chase Sowell had a good game as well. So the portal moves paying off on the offense. You want to see it more consistent. You definitely want to see more from the running game. But we did get a nice look at the playmakers we have this year.
Yeah, I remember having a conversation with Coach in the off season, and he said the big difference between last year's class and this year's class is they took a lot of transfers last year that didn't have a lot of experience. This year's class that they brought in has that experience, and you pair that with the guys that came in last year as well that are still here, and now you've got some guys that have played a lot of football, and you can really tell that the Winston Wrights and the Anthony Smiths have come in, and it's taken them a few games to get sort of settled in, and we talked about it earlier that 4 or 5 games into the year they start hopefully starting to hit their rhythm a little bit and start to break out, and maybe they have that big breakout game tomorrow where they set the tone for the rest of the year.
We would love to see East Carolina be able to, take some knees and run out the clock in the fourth quarter after a double-digit win. Just kind of get a lead and be able to extend it and win kind of going away. And that has been a struggle for this team. Well, for one thing, they keep us entertained for 4 quarters because we play in a lot of tight ball games, but would love to see them put Charlotte away. Charlotte not coming in with impressive numbers. They give up a lot on the ground. They're not any better through the air either defensively. I will say this, though, Morgan. I'm not going to, poo-poo any road win. They went on the road. They beat Rice. I know that nobody was there, and Rice isn't a good team, but still to get a win, they do have a little momentum heading into this one.
So you're telling me you don't want to poo-poo Rice?
I do not want the poo-poo platter, no. Okay,
well, that's good. That's a good thing.
I'll take some lo mein.
Hey, well, that would be a good one. That's some good lo mein.
Yeah.
Charlotte, they're still sort of trying to figure out where they're at this year. You don't know which quarterback will see most of the action tomorrow. They got some changes. Going to be interesting to see the relationship for the rest of the year between old Biff and his defensive coordinator. Defensive coordinator went on social media, last weekend, and that's kind of bizarre in its own self. But I don't know. Maybe they can get some NIL money to give Biff a full shirt. Hope so. Not a big fan of that. Show the game a little bit of respect. I'm not saying wear a suit and tie, but come on, man.
Morgan, it's easy for people to say, hey, defensive coordinator, bite your tongue. You can't do that, and be hypocritical about it. I spout off at times. You are one person that can say that, because just imagining the amount of times you've bit your tongue over the years with people talking about your son or talking about anything. I would love to see your drafts or either your mental notes you have made to people over the years.
I have made a lot of mental notes. And I'm not the smartest guy in the world, and as I get older, my memory might not be as sharp as it was, but my mental notebook is as crystal clear as it ever was.
Yeah, you've had to, I'm sure, hold off on a lot of things you wanted to say, type, whatever. over the years. Jamie says Clip just wrote himself a reminder note. Pick up some lo mein. No, Jamie. I wrote Chinese order ? Because later in this segment, when we ask Morgan Ahlers questions, that's going to be my question. So you can go and start thinking about that, Morgan. Whoa, there's Joey's Chinese. I think was that a Mexican order from Joey?
I just want whatever I get. I want some fries in that bag. That's all I want.
Oh. Do you now?
Put the fries in the bag.
There you go. Morgan Ahlers joining us. Morgan, you like the Pirates tomorrow? Around an 8.5 point spread. You think we get it done double digits?
I think so. I think I kind of like the Pirates by 2 touchdowns plus. I really do. I think the over/under, I think it was at 46 to 48, depending on where you're looking at it. In some places, I don't know about that. I think that'll probably be the somewhere. It's going to be really close to that, I would imagine. But I do like the Pirates. I think our defense is going to really step up and hopefully shut down the 49ers.
Morgan, what high school games you looking forward to tonight? Got the high school huddle coming up at 6.
Yeah, I got some big games. Got GH Conley, our Pirate Radio Game of the Week. They're hosting Havelock. It's homecoming out at Hollywood Crossroads. That should be a good game. I think that game's going to be a lot closer than people think it could be. I think Conley is playing well. I think Havelock played really well last week, knocking off Tarboro. You got South Central at home. They're taking on New Bern. New Bern with, 2 weeks ago they knock off Havelock. They take on Jacksonville last week. They lose. So they're toward the top. They're coming off a loss. Aiden Grifton, they're going to be taking on, I believe it's West Craven tonight. Farmville Central, Washington is a big matchup. North Pitt was scheduled to play Southwest Edgecombe tonight. That game has been postponed. Talked with C.J. Wilson earlier. They're trying to figure out how they're going to make that game up and when they're going to make it up. Some things going on over in the Southwest Edgecombe area, and they decided for the game's sake and people's safety not to postpone that game. So that game will be postponed. So there's a lot of good football going on in the area, and excited about it, as always, at 6 o'clock on the High School Huddle.
Morgan Ahlers joining us. Morgan, got a little fall ball going on out at Clark LeClaire Stadium. 30-plus new Pirates to get to know on the baseball side. And wanted to ask you about basketball with Media Day coming up next week and practice starting to get going. And we have a ton of new names and faces to get to know for the basketball team. Jay Shane Woodard, Julian Sumaro, Jan Farrell, LaDante Felton, of course, brother of RJ, Tybo Bailey, Jordan Riley, CJ Walker, Reed Kaysen, Travion LeBeau, all new names on this basketball team. Have you been, you've seen any workouts yet, Morgan? Talk to anybody. You know anything?
Yeah, I haven't yet, but I'm planning on going over there next week and maybe watching them a little bit and just seeing what's going on, trying to, like you said, put the names in the faces and try to, get used to them a little bit before the first game here in a couple weeks. But hard to believe basketball season's, getting ready to tip off right around the corner. And it's going to be interesting to see how Coach Schwartz and his staff have put this team together. I know they've done a lot of workouts over the summer, made the trip down to the Bahamas, get a little team bonding and building experience. We're 2-0 down there. And hopefully they brought some guys in that can make a difference, because I think this is a league that I'm not going to sit here and tell you East Carolina can win the league, but they can be competitive, I think, really in the middle part of the pack, and can maybe make a run for a post-tournament bid maybe by the end of the year.
Morgan Ahlers joining us, Big Rock Power Sports Live Line. Let's get our Morgan Ahlers Q&A session before we wrap it up here. Chandler is not here today, so you won't hear his hard-hitting questions. So we'll start with Jarrett. What's up, Jarrett?
Yeah, Morgan, I went to go see Joker 2 last night, and it was absolutely atrocious. What's the worst movie you've ever seen?
Howard the Duck.
Really?
Shirley likes Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck is a classic.
I literally just about walked out of that movie.
I mean, it is.
It's awful.
It's so bad it became a somewhat cult classic.
One of those deals.
Yeah, kind of like
keyword in that phrase, cult.
Morgan did not drink the juice. He is out of that.
He
cult.
did not drink the Howard the Duck Kool-Aid.
One of my favorite podcasts is How Did This Get Made? Comedians break down bad movies, and that has been on How Did This Get Made. So
yeah, I mean, it is it's a bad movie, but it's so bad that you almost want to watch it for the badness.
Ironically, well, Joker's DC, but I believe, isn't that like in the Marvel family? Wasn't that a comic book?
It is in the Marvel family. Yeah.
All right, Shirley.
Hopefully Morgan can retell this story. Can you tell me one of the greatest April Fool's jokes you've ever pulled?
April Fool. Well, that's a long story. We actually, when I was doing the morning show over when it was another station here in town years ago, we did an April Fool's joke. Which one you want me to tell you? The helicopter joke or the other one?
The helicopter one.
Okay. We did a April Fool's Day parade. We were on the air from 6 to 9. About 7 o'clock, we said we got to do something. Let's do an April Fool's Day parade. So we thought about some things, and we all of a sudden made an announcement at 8 o'clock. We're going to block off from Greenville Boulevard, from the car dealerships all the way down to Evans Street for the April Fool's Day parade. Make your adjustments driving traffic. There's going to be a big parade. We had the bands, local area bands. We had them recorded. We were playing like they're marching through and turning them from right to left, so it sounded like they're passing by. Then I went up in a helicopter, son, just like this. Hi, I'm high above Greenville Boulevard now, talking about from way up.
Oh, no, it gets better. It gets better.
And it was funny, and then we crashed the helicopter. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. The engine stopped. Help! Anyway, people called in and were mad because they had to reroute their morning plans going to work because of the parade.
That is the greatest thing ever.
It's April Fool's Day. Get over it. It's a joke.
I had to drive down Fire Tower because I had to avoid Greenville Boulevard, and the whole thing was a joke.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Well done. Man,
that was my question for the week.
Past couple weeks, we've learned Morgan's quite the prankster with his Halloween prank last week, April Fool's. Watch out for him this Arbor Day or whatever holiday's coming up next. All right, Morgan, what is your go-to Chinese order?
My go-to Chinese order. I do like lo mein. I kind of like the beef and vegetables, that kind of thing. I like white rice, not the brown rice. I like a lot of it. I mean, I really don't have one favorite. It's just kind of what I'm in the mood for. Sometimes I get lo mein. Sometimes I do the vegetables and the chicken, sweet and sour chicken. I don't know.
All right. That's the thing. Like, I feel like I have to get like 4 or 5 different things. It's hard to just get one thing. You need a little taste of everything.
And that's where now you can get the combination dishes with 2 or 3 combinations. And get everything.
Yeah.
It's all about the leftovers.
True. Yeah. Great leftover food. Morgan, thank you for joining us, sir. What you got going on? You working or chilling this week?
Oh, yeah. Working tonight down back at Market Street Pub tonight in Washington. And tomorrow night, going to be doing a wedding down near Swansboro. So, and then Sunday, we're watching football. So life's good.
All right. Watching Jaden Daniels take over the football world, Morgan.
I have 3 words for you. RG3.
That's just mean. That's mean. That's fine.
I think he's better than RG3 and overall as a quarterback. I'm just worried that with his skill set, again, the defensive coordinators in the NFL are very good and they will adapt. And when they're going to, everyone sooner or later, he's going to get really pounded, and hope he can survive that. Not just a quarterback, really.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Morgan, thank you for joining us, man.
All right, guys, you have a great weekend.
Do the same. There.
Shirley, before I let you go.
Yes, sir.
Godzilla.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, Morgan Ahlers, Big Rock Power Sports Lifeline. We'll take a timeout, come back. We'll have our Fleet Feet rundown when we return. Got Randolph in the house. What's up, Randolph? Hope you are doing well. We'll be back with you, Pirate Radio Live, on a Friday after this.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal. to make sure you leave a happy customer.
The 6th annual ZTA Think Pink Runway Fashion Show will be held on October 19th. Did you know that 1 in 8 women will have breast cancer within their lifetime? Sadly, there is no cure. Our mission is to make 1 in 8 none in 8. Join us at ECU Student Center on October 19th as we raise money to fight breast cancer. For tickets or to sponsor a table, please call 704-960-2052 or visit our website at thinkpinkrunwayfashionshow.weebly.com.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Pirate Towing is now the exclusive towing partner for East Carolina Athletics. Pirate Towing has over 20 years of experience, open 24/7, and they can always assist you. Don't be stranded and wait for hours. Pirate Towing offers all roadside assistance to come give you a tow or jump start on game day or any day. Say Pirate Towing in your phone today and let the stress of car trouble go down. Pirate Towing, 955-4670. That's 955-4670, and also on Facebook. Pirate Towing, the preferred towing partner with ECU and Pirate Nation.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-styled restaurant and bar, and there's always something special happening at the Rick House. Join us for lunch. It's our 2 for $20 lunch special during the week, and it's the perfect spot for that lunch business meeting. The Rick House celebrates the last Thursday of every month with a special wine tasting, and our buffet brunch is to die for. Follow the Rick House on Facebook for the latest schedule. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville. The Rick House.
This is Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts, Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. We have E-Z-Go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by my shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, we have you covered. We will even deliver right to you. So come see me, Brian Harris, on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
There's a special deal at U.S. Cellular where you can get 4 lines for just $90. It's perfect for you, Barbershop Quartet.
That's us.
There's no trade-in needed, and it comes with 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones.
U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
In this new world of having everything delivered to your home or office, why wouldn't you start using Cellular Warehouse for all of your cellular deliveries? Toby Williams and his team are in the business of delivering phones and tablets every day to customers, which enables you to take the hassle out of visiting a store. The best thing about this great service is that it's free. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051. That's 252-799-7051, and let his team make your wireless experience fast and easy. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
This is Garrett Saylor, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Michaels & Gateway Family Dentistry, Family and Cosmetic Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. Their mission is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels and Gateway can handle all of your dental needs, including cleanings, crowns, fillings, sedation, dentistry, and cosmetic needs such as braces and implants. Visit them at 2330 Hemby Lane in Greenville or call 752-1600. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. And the Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. Open 7 days a week from noon until 2 a.m. And they have live music every night. They have sports trivia on Monday nights with Clip Brock. And then, of course, on Fridays, it is live music. Beretti will be performing tonight. And then on Saturday, it'll be the Landon Benton band. And then the Buck has all your fun for your Sunday Fun Day with the largest 4K screen in Greenville, along with 18 TVs, so you don't miss any game. And they do a weekly jersey giveaway starting at 5 o'clock. You can score every Sunday at the Buck. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right. Conan's got 45-21 Pirates. Stone Cold Super Lock prediction. It's a lot of points. Randolph's got 31-20 Pirates. Jamie's got 30-17. 30-20 if Garcia throws interceptions. Oh, there's going to be an interception. And as Shirley just said off mic, there needs to be at least 2 if the Pirates want to win. So get them out of the way early, and then let's go win the ball game. All right, Alex, shouldn't you be going to Charlotte? You need to go ahead and read this, but you need to get out of here, man.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Be sure you have the best and most comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon. Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one services to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Go see them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet. They run for you.
Shirley, Scott, our Maryland guy. By the way, Scott, after winning 2 championships at Kansas, I have moved to Maryland on my college football game and bumped it up to Heisman. And I'm trying to turn your Terps into a winner. So I'll keep you up to date on that. Scott says 25th anniversary of this movie, Shirley. One of the first movies, so 24, 25, so it was late 90s, that used kind of online marketing, kind of cryptic online marketing, creepy. Do you know what I'm talking about? Or do you have a guess?
I'm guessing it's Blair Witch Project.
You are correct, ma'am.
Wow. Yes, and as a matter of fact, we were talking earlier about how there are some movies, you say you don't adhere to reviews or what people say about movies and things like that. I had heard, of course, the movie was a huge success, but I also heard people say, this movie's just terrible. It's, it's not your typical scary movie, whatever you want to call it.
Do you remember people saying, like, if you have motion sickness, don't go see it?
Yes.
It'll mess you up or whatever?
Well, it's all handheld, isn't it?
Yes, handheld.
Found footage or whatever.
Yeah, quote-unquote found footage. And the funny thing is that my best friend told me, she said, this movie's terrible, don't watch it. And I was like, no, I want to watch this. And I was completely terrified through the movie.
I thought it was
and
cool.
I'll tell you why, because when I was about 11, 12 years old, I got lost in the woods with, I got separated from my Girl Scout troop. We were on a hike. And I was goofing off in the very back and wasn't paying attention at the fork in the trail. And I went left, and the rest of the troop had gone right because I had lagged so far behind with
Yikes.
2 of my other friends. And we wound up on the other side of the forest, woods, whatever, because on one side of the forest was a Boy Scout campground, and the other side was the Girl Scout campground. And I wound up on the Boy Scout side. And so, of course, this is back before cell phones. So the troop leader had to load myself and 2 of my friends, who happened to be both the daughters of the scout troop leader I was with. And we had to hop in the back of the truck, and they drove us to the other side. We got reprimanded pretty harshly when we got there. But so, that fear is real because it was dark by the time we got there when we finally made it back to the campground. So when at the very end, spoiler alert, at the very end when they're about to, who was it, the girl? I think. Anyway, when they go into the cabin.
Yeah.
At the very end of the movie.
Yeah.
At the very end, I paused the movie, and then I'm watching this movie in broad daylight. And I called my best friend, and I said, stay on the phone with me while I watch the last 5 minutes of this movie. She was like, it was the dumbest movie ever. And I'm like, you've never been lost in the woods. This is frightening. So, yes. But Blair Witch is, I don't know. I mean, it scared the bejeebus out of me.
Chad's never seen it, Chad. That was kind of in our era, Chad. I'm surprised you haven't seen that. Have you seen it,
I don't
Jared?
watch a lot of scary movies.
It probably, I don't know if it holds up now, but like at the time, it was very innovative.
Yes.
And
because it was very, very different than, well, the handheld, obviously, but also the way that they marketed the movie.
And I guess I would have been, so if it was 99. Yeah. I'd have been 17. I knew it wasn't real, but a part of me kind of wanted to believe it was real because they marketed it as this is real found footage, like real ghost story stuff.
Still real to me.
And
still real to me.
And for a while, because those woods were in, they filmed that not too far from Salem, Massachusetts. And for a while, there was like a mass, what do you call it? Trek.
Like people going there.
People going there
go
and
to the sites.
go to the sites and stuff. So and apparently this property was semi-private, and they had to really kind of, cut that off. But it caused a craze for a while there because it was something that had never been seen before in a movie.
Speaking of movies, if you're just tuning in, Jarrett gives Joker 2 a what rating out of?
I gave it a 2 out of 10.
Man.
I normally don't say
that's a lot of Rotten
Don't go
Tomatoes.
watch this movie because art is subjective, but literally don't go see this movie. It's that bad. It's not even hilariously bad.
I'm not gonna go see it. I'll watch it at home maybe when it's available.
Yeah,
but
one of the most unnecessary sex scenes I've ever seen in a movie.
Oh no.
They don't even show the good side of what you think it would be. You just get to see Joaquin Phoenix's bony rear end.
And that is not, ladies and gentlemen, what Jarrett paid money for.
No, I paid money to go see IMAX, and it was great for that. But
yeah.
Oh wow, you really got to see that.
So
rear
you got
end.
to see that rear end in some serious clarity.
IMAX laser, whatever.
Oh no.
Oh boy. All right.
Some buns of steel, I guess.
Let's hear from East Carolina offensive coordinator John David Baker talking about last week and getting ready for the Charlotte 49ers.
Coach, that second, third quarter, I'm guessing you were pretty happy. So what went right in those stages of the game for your offense?
Really, we just, we finally started hitting some of those deep balls that we've been missing. We found ourselves in a couple one-on-one situations and, put a good ball in the air and the receivers went and made a play. And that's, when we're hitting those type of things, this is when this thing gets pretty fun. So just from an execution standpoint, it was probably the best, we've been for a couple quarters the last few games. But I was just, I was pleased with it because, like we said, it's been, you're frustrated because you missed some of those the last couple games, but to finally hit some in stride and hit them how we want is, is really encouraging.
It feels like, too, still the receivers are winning a lot in those cases and maybe underthrow or protection. What's kind of leading to still maybe some of those yards being left on the field?
It's the same thing, like last week, it's just one thing here or there. If it's protection one time, it's not having my feet set or having my feet how they're supposed to be to put the ball where we need it. But, just continue to work it, to continue trying to get to a point, like Chase's that he caught there in the second quarter that kind of ended up leading to the scoring drive. I would much rather him catch that and go score so we don't have to call, 4 or 5 more plays down the red zone and try and go score from far instead. But yeah, we got to continue to work those things because when our guys win like that, we've got to put the ball where it's supposed to be so that we can go score on those plays.
How do you balance, fourth quarter when it's a 2-possession game like that? Trying to be aggressive, take those kill shots, and also just trying to kill clock.
Right. You got to, the thing about us is you can't change, you can't change how we play as far as, we got to be smart and we can't just go as fast as possible, but we also got to stay in rhythm. And, I felt like we got out of rhythm a little bit the other night. It starts with me. I got to do a better job of putting us in a better position to do some things better and do some things differently. And doing things that are going to allow us to have success, get a few more first downs. But it's kind of a balance. When you are a tempo team, you've got to lead, but we got to learn how to play with the lead because, we're going to be in plenty more games this season where it's going to be the fourth quarter and we're going to have a 1-score, 2-score lead, and we got to go find ways to continue to stay productive and go finish drives and put them in the end zone.
Rajay carrying a lot of the workload right now. Are you happy with where Marlon and London are, coming along with progress to getting them more carries too?
No, we need to kind of get a little more balance back there and probably distribute some of those touches a little bit and get those guys going because the more successful we've been the last few years, we've always had 2 or 3 guys that have rolled, and it just allows those guys to stay fresh, especially late in the game like the other night when we need to go lean on them a little bit and run the football. It helps when you've been able to roll 2 or 3 backs throughout the game. That way they're all fresh.
And with the run game, do you feel like it was obviously UTSA's got a really good front? Was it that, or was it communication? What did you see kind of there?
UTSA is really good up front, and we knew that going in. But those 2 guys in the middle are really hard to move. They've got great length, great size. It was a little bit of both. Just never really gotten a rhythm early in the game as far as establishing first downs early in a drive to kind of get tempo and get those big guys, because that's your only chance. When you get a couple of 320-pounders in the middle, those guys are hard to move, and so you got to get those guys going early, try and wear them down a little bit, and we just weren't able to do that. And I think that's what led to some of the inconsistencies running it. And we missed a few runs. We lost a few guys late. There was, after the catch by Yannick, we pop a run on the next one, and we're 1 guy away from scoring a touchdown there on the first play right after Yannick's catch. And so there's things like that happen throughout the game, but at the end of the day, we gotta lock in and do a better job of finding more consistent runs. We gotta find a way to get more consistent 5, 6, 7, 8 yard runs than what we're getting right now.
Obviously, you won't be coaching directly against Omega Blake, but he was here in the spring. Any worry that he's going to give any of the tips and stuff to the defense? And did you have to change anything up this week?
Not really. I just for him, he's in his 3rd offense in the last probably 6-7 months, and so he's probably had to focus in on his offense there, and just like us as coaches, there's a lot of times you kind of forget more football than at the present time, or you've learned. So I don't worry about it so much, and obviously we go pretty quickly, so being able to share that information and get it relayed to the defense would be pretty tough.
What do you see out of Charlotte defensively?
Very similar to UTSA, very strong up front. They've got a couple guys in the interior D-line that are really talented. They've got really solid edge guys, some really good pass rush guys. Linebackers are solid. Back ends, they got a really talented corner. They do a good job. I think the DC does a really good job of mixing things up. You're never going to get the same call many times in a row. And so we got our hands full for sure. We got to find a way to just make sure we've got a good game plan to make sure whatever we're getting, it can handle versus a lot of different things, because we're going to see a lot of different things. He'll be aggressive. He'll come after you. So we definitely got our hands full.
Now you're still looking for that first turnover-free game from Jake, but what are those conversations like week to week with him as far as what he's doing good and what he needs to improve on?
Yeah, I mean that is the huge and main focus. With the defense that we have, and the ability that we have to be explosive on offense, we know this, and we preach it every week, that it's a consistent message of we have to protect the football. And if we'll do that, we are going to find ourselves in a situation we can win every game we play the rest of the season. But it's something that it's talked about every single week. It's been talked about since the first day we got here in fall camp. But we have to protect the football. And we had a couple the other night, and one was a breakdown by at another skill position that led to one, and then the other one he was late, and he had bad feet, and he was late on the throw, and you can't do that when it's a field out route like that. It's going to cost you. So it's been the same message that it's always been. He knows the good things that he's doing, and we're going to continue to build on those. But at the end of the day, we have to protect the football. There's no excuses. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. We have to.
The little nuances in the offense, like that pick on what should have been, I guess, the deeper route by the X receiver. Do you have to remind yourself still it's first year of the offense? Like, I'm sure things like that frustrate you.
Yes, yeah. It is frustrating, but at the same time, the first thing you have to do is you have to look at yourself. First starts with me, and then it starts with the other coaches. Like, you can't under communicate. You have to over communicate everything, because what you think makes a ton of sense in your mind when it gets communicated the first time, it may not register. And so for us as coaching staff, starting with me, we have to communicate, and we have to over communicate and make sure we're getting exactly what we want, the details of what we want in every play, because that's the difference between a touchdown and a turnover. And so it is frustrating, but at the same time, before you go, getting mad at a player, you better look at yourself. And that's where we have to do a better job. I have to do a better job of making sure, I know it got communicated, but we got to make sure that it gets communicated the right way to where our kids they're on the same page and they know exactly what we're wanting to get done.
Biggest score of the game might have been right there before halftime. How much do you put into those in the first half, coming out of the second half moments there?
No, it's huge. Places I've been before, we've used that as one of our team goals as the last 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half. And, if you can win those 8 minutes, you have a great chance of winning the football game. And so for us to go in there and put a score on the board right before the end of the half, defense comes out, does a great job, gets a 3 and out, and then we go right down there and score. And that's a 14-point swing in the game. And it was huge. And it was something, the thing I was most proud of, it was something we harped on all week. And it was something we said to the players of, it's time, we found ourselves down, for the first time in the game in a few weeks. And it was like, okay, we need to respond. We need to go do to somebody what's been done to us the last couple of weeks. And I thought our guys responded. They came out in the second half the right way. And went and attacked those guys. And so that was another step in the right direction in just the process of trying to build to where we want to get to as a unit and as a team.
It's not like a broken record by now, but another game where there's going to be a lot of purple in the stands, especially an in-state game. How excited are you to kind of see what it's going to be like?
No, it's awesome. And it's, there's nothing better than going into another team stadium and being able to look up and see a ton of purple and gold. Hopefully it looks just like it did when we were up at ODU, but that's the greatest thing about Pirate Nation. They're going to show up wherever we're at, and hopefully we can have a ton of purple there on Saturday and make sure we're celebrating with them afterwards.
Y'all are using some, 7-man protection at times, especially this past game. Is that new for you at all, or just something you got to decide game to game?
No, it's part of what we do. There's certain schemes that we do that it's a part of, but it's an easy protection, but the other thing is, it shores up things, and there's certain things that we do offensively that it's a part of what we do, and it helps for sure, because you can keep those guys in and make sure we shore up the pocket and give us a clean pocket, because as we've seen, if Jake's got a clean pocket, he's pretty good with the ball in his hand.
All right, there is John David Baker, East Carolina offensive coordinator, hoping to clean things up. About time for them to get clean. We're about halfway done with the season, heading into week 6 for East Carolina football. Let's take a break. We'll come back, continue on our Fleet Feet rundown. We'll look at Saturday's slate. Not the most attractive, but we're going to get some great games, some upsets. We got some action going on tonight as well, we'll tell you about. And Jarrett will give us a NASCAR preview when we roll on Pirate Radio Live on a Friday. Back with you after this.
Pirate fans, East Carolina tips off the 2024-25 basketball season soon, so now's the time to purchase your season tickets. High-flying senior R.J. Felton leads the charge on the men's side, while Farmville native Mai Joyner looks to lead the women back to the NCAA tournament. Men's season tickets start as low as $125, while the women are just $45. Go to ECUPirates.com or call 800-DIAL-ECU to purchase your tickets today.
Are you ready for football? Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is your complete source for recreation and marine sales and service. With a full selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, motorcycles, slingshots, watercraft, pontoons, and boats, Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is sure to have what you're looking for in everyday adventure. With 5 locations in North Carolina, Rocky Mount, Lake Gaston, New Bern, Elizabeth City, and of course, Greenville. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram or online at BigRockPowersports.com. Big Rock Power Sports and Marine. Choose your adventure.
It's that time of year again. Beauty Bar
Bar's Fall into Beauty event is kicking off September 16th through October 4th. Beauty Bar offers the best service by their talented providers in Greenville for treatments such as Botox, Xeomin, filler, laser treatments, facial, medical-grade skincare, and more. The staff will help you choose which treatments or products that best suit your needs. Visit Beauty Bar Medi-Spa on Red Banks Road and get all the up-to-date info at beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owners insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit elitepoolsnc.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
If you think football never ends, then you belong with us. Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The technicians at New Blue stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home, and your home deserves the best. New Blue is ready to help with any electrical, plumbing, and HVAC needs. They also specialize in crawl space moisture control and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. You can contact them today at callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. And Clip, I have a Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard update for you. I was telling you over the break that the purple gold scrimmage for ECU baseball was taking place over at Clark LeClaire, and going into the fifth inning, gold was leading 4-2. Well, purple came back and rallied and won. A freshman, Braxton Trammell, hit a walk-off 2-run home run into the practice field for purple to take the win by a final of 6-4.
All right. Braxton Trammell. I guess we'll get to know that name. I got a lot of names I need to get to know for this ECU baseball team.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Colby Wallace had 2 hits on the day. So, and I'm just kind of scrolling through here. I know Ethan Norby pitched.
We will planning to talk to both of those gentlemen, Colby and Ethan, next week.
So we'll get an update on how they fared. But game 2 of the second scrimmage will be tomorrow afternoon at 2:55, and then at 2:10 on Sunday afternoon. If y'all are interested in checking those out.
All right, little baseball during the football season, some basketball as well with Media Day coming up next week. And I saw Kim McNeil posted not too long ago that the Pirates will be having an open practice October 12th from 10 to 12:30. October 12th. What's wrong with that time and day?
Oh, wait, no. October 12th is a Saturday. For some reason, I was thinking it was Thursday.
Yeah, but we got to do the pregame.
No, we don't, because it's an off week.
Good catch, Shirley. So no Pirate football that day. You'll be able to go out and watch Kim McNeil and her team clamp down at practice.
I may just go and check that out.
Clamp down season is upon us. All right, we roll on the Fleet Feet rundown. Again, not a great slate. You got some games coming up tonight. 1-3 Jacksonville State versus 0-4 Kennesaw State. As Mark Packer used to say, get that all over you. Enjoy that. Houston at TCU tonight. Michigan State at Oregon. And the best game tonight, a weird non-conference game. And you really have to double and triple check your brain to think, are these teams in a conference together? Syracuse and UNLV not in a conference together as of today. They play a non-conference game tonight in Las Vegas with UNLV a favorite over the Orange. All right, looking at the noon slate, what are we going to be watching during the Bud Light pregame tailgate? Missouri at Texas A&M is an option. Pitt at North Carolina, Wake at NC State. We could watch the service academies, Navy at Air Force and Army at Tulsa are both in the noon window. Not a great noon window there. If I tell Nadeau and Moody, I might be watching Army at Tulsa. But not a great lineup.
I'm interested in that Navy Air Force game for a different reason, because the service academies, whenever they play, they have like unique uniforms, and Air Force came out with one. And I know that Jarrett does not like to talk about uniforms, but
should you leave the room, Jarrett, while we talk about this?
Yeah, because I know he hates to talk about it, but I think they're pretty cool.
That
and Oregon has got a killer uniform that I believe they're going to premiere tonight, because correct me if I'm wrong, they're playing tonight?
Oregon?
Yes.
Michigan State.
Yeah, they're playing Michigan State. So they are playing, they're wearing these bright yellow uniforms in honor of the head coach's wife, who battled a specific type of cancer.
Well, now I can't hate it.
Jarrett, any comments, Jarrett?
No.
All right.
And apparently the head coach, and forgive me, I just can't remember their names right now, but the head coach, the entire family has
Dan Lanning, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So his wife and his 2 sons actually picked out certain things that were featured in the uniform. The color is representative of the specific type of cancer that his wife had. The one son had a patch, and there is another one. They have multicolored cleats for this particular game. So I just thought it was kind of interesting that the whole family kind of corroborated and put their own kind of stamp on this particular uniform. And if you get a chance, I saw it on Twitter, but look it up. It's actually a pretty cool uniform.
While we're on the topic, Jarrett, have you seen FIU's uniforms?
No. I have.
The Miami Vice.
All right,
Mr. Worldwide.
That's pretty cool.
Vice U, baby.
My whole point is it shouldn't be the focus of the game. You can comment on the jerseys.
All right, fair enough.
It shouldn't be the focus of the game?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's fair. That's fair.
It just got diluted into me being a grumpy old man.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that Vice U, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. And when you're when you're a crap team.
Yeah, I mean, you got to.
Is it okay to, say, hey, this is the biggest part of the game. We're wearing these uniforms. Come see us play.
Yeah.
We suck at football.
How much of, because correct me if I'm wrong, FIU, that's the one where Pitbull has the rights to their stadium.
Yeah.
So how much of that influence went into those uniforms?
I think they've worn them before.
I don't recall seeing
somebody in Florida has worn them before.
Well, the Miami Heat wear them.
Yeah,
You think a football team?
I think a football team has done it.
Oh, okay.
3:30 window tomorrow. Iowa, Ohio State.
Big game.
Big ball game.
Auburn, Georgia. Ole Miss, South Carolina is probably the game I'm going to have. I'll be out by then. We kick off at 3:30. But I'll be following that one. So what are we going to be watching post-game tomorrow night? Clemson at Florida State? Gross.
If Florida State was halfway decent, that might be a good matchup.
James Madison at UL Monroe. James Madison 4-0, UL Monroe 3-1.
The spread says that probably won't be a good game.
Tennessee at Arkansas. Can Arkansas keep it close? Michigan, Washington sounds like a pretty boring game. USC, Minnesota, Baylor, Iowa State, UCF, Florida. Just not a lot of attractive matchups.
Yeah, none of these are sexy games to me.
I like the late night slate just because we have upset potential with Miami, Cal, and Texas Tech, Arizona could be fun. But did you see what they're calling? So, we had the Catholics versus convicts, Notre Dame and Miami. Shirley, do you know what they're calling Miami versus Cal?
Oh, God.
Coke versus woke.
Oh, no. Are you serious?
Coke versus woke.
I love it.
I would buy that T-shirt.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I like it because of the fact that a lot of that rivalry stuff and, people tend to look down upon it just simply because they feel like it's just uncouth, I guess, might be the right word, or it's just not polite. It's not PC, whatever you want to do.
I would say Coke versus woke isn't very PC.
No, it's definitely not PC, which is why I like it. Because you don't get to see much of that anymore.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, because trust me, if we could come up with something that genius between, like, let's say a Carolina versus State or Duke versus Carolina basketball wise, I mean, you know what I'm saying? That would make it more fun to me.
We need to get a break in.
Yeah, we do.
And we need to wrap this baby up when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Friday. We'll be back with you after these words.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
It's party time. The city of Greenville is celebrating its 250th birthday, and you're invited. Join us on Friday, October 4th from 5 to 8 p.m. at 5 Points Plaza downtown for an evening full of fun for the whole family. Enjoy live music by the Dickens, explore a vibrant vendor market, or hang in the beer garden. And don't forget, attendees have the chance to win $250 each hour. Mark your calendar for the city of Greenville's 250th anniversary celebration on October 4th from 5 to 8 p.m. Come celebrate with us and find yourself in good company.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, this is State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer right here in Greenville. We can switch your auto and home insurance so you can start saving today. My team and I are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Timothy Sawyer State Farm, it's easy to switch and save. Just give us a call, 493-0002. to. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'm Caleb Stroud, the founder of Stroud's Marine. I grew up on the water and I've loved boating my entire life. In 2012, I decided to give back to the marine community by creating a way for boaters to order pre-owned salvage marine parts online. Stroud's Marine was born to offer incredible prices and unparalleled customer service. We stand behind every part we sell, and our mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvage outboard parts.
Regulators! Mount up! Dank Burrito is your ticket to adventure in a tortilla. We combine bold flavors to make new kinds of burritos, tacos, and bowls, like honey truffle buffalo chicken or teriyaki shrimp. Once you're Dank, you'll never want the same boring burrito again. Dank Burrito is also the official burrito of the ECU Pirates, which we all know and love here in G Vegas. 108 Red Banks Road in Greenville. Come join the Dank Burrito Mafia. Hope to see y'all soon.
Bostic Sugg Furniture's 87th anniversary sale is a pretty big deal, and so are the savings. Shop special anniversary savings on Lazy Boy, Bassett, and Maven, Best, Serta, Helix, Ultra Comfort lift chairs, and more. Special savings on closeout accessories. Framed art values to $350, now $69. Buy any table lamp, get a matching one free. And in celebration of our founding in 1937, get local delivery for $19.37 during the 87th anniversary sale at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Picture this, the perfect summer barbecue. No stress, no responsibilities, just all your friends, burgers and hot dogs on the grill, and a delicious, refreshing Pepsi Zero Sugar in your hand. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Burgers sizzling, hot dogs cooking, Pepsi Zero Sugar fizzing, and a backyard of very, very happy people. Oh yeah, we could get used to this. Very, very used to this. Pepsi, the official beverage of Grills Night Out.
This is Brian Packard, ECU former baseballer. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was a good day for the stock market to close out the week. The Dow was up 341 points at 42,352. The NASDAQ was up 219 points at 18,137. The S&P was up 51 at 5,751. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors stock market report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show.
Jared, I guess it's tough to pick a winner at Talladega, but you want to throw one out anyway?
Chase Elliott and Tyler Reddick are the two I feel the most confident in, but for, I guess, the damn near 15th straight week, I'm going Kyle Busch again.
All right.
He's going to get it done.
If you keep saying it, it'll happen maybe eventually.
Yes, sir.
All right, Shirley, thank you. We got the high school huddle coming up. Conley football tonight. Old Wes Hines in. What's up, Wes? We'll talk to you people coming up Monday, 3 o'clock, all new edition of Pirate Radio Live. And be with us tomorrow, Saturday, on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, kicking off at 11:30, and after the game, the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. Pirates and Charlotte 49ers. We'll talk to you then. For the crew, I'm Clip Brock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation.